Yeah, I'm ready. How about you guys? Are you ready? So basically, I am printing a couple small little pieces right now, just to prove the difference in the sound. So right now, obviously, it's not upgraded yet. And if you can hear it, this is pretty much the sound of what it sounds like not upgraded and fully stock. Let me switch cameras here, and you can see a little bit better of the printer. My droids are kind of helping me out around the house. As you can see, I've got R2 and Mini Chep down here. I got the pit droid holding up my box here. And this is the Creality Silent Board that we'll be working with today. The reason you guys came in. And yes, Invader Zim. And Superman and Deadpool and Spider-Man and things. I already taken it out of its package because I was looking at it and watched a couple of videos about it earlier today already. It's a pretty easy process, nothing fancy. Should only take me about half hour, unless I've run into like a lot of glue on the porch or something. But pretty sure it's going to be an easy process. So type 1 in the chat if you can hear the sound of the printer. Type 2 in the chat if you can't hear anything from the printer. Pretty sure you could probably hear that. If it's a number 1 or number 2, you can't hear the printer. So with this guy, I've been steadily printing the legs for the battle droid, which is going to be standing up. And his head has been working on for the past couple days, doing a little bit of painting. And I'm going to do some charcoal and stuff like that, but it's going to leave that same kind of finish on it because of the print. And I'm doing another small version of a pit droid just to show you the sound and the look of it printing. You gotta excuse the dirtiness of the bed. So I guess I've been very lucky because this thing has been printing pretty well non-stop since I got it, with only one issue. I had one clog. I cleaned it out and it was no problem. But this thing has been killing it. It's made many parts. So that's being that. We'll just let that run a little bit longer. 53%. So another 20 minutes. And that will be ready for me to take off. And then I can do the board switch. Thank you guys for coming in. Kind of delayed it a little bit, but yeah, good to hear you're better, Zolan. You're getting better. So yeah, just gonna let that run out. If you guys have any questions or any advice, feel free to talk in the chat. If you want to come in and hang out for a little bit while I'm waiting, the link will be in the chat here for you. Come on in and hang out if you want. You're more than welcome. Zolan, what's up, buddy?
Why not?
Why not? I was going to stop this print, and I was like, well, I don't want to waste it.
Yeah,
So,
there's no point in wasting it, especially if it's a small print.
yeah, it's literally just one of these foot for the pit droid. So,
What helmet is that?
oh man, this is CC tree, and
Okay.
it's they call it on Amazon a sparkling green, but in the package it just says green.
It's an interesting color of green.
But it's a silk green, right? And it's
Yep.
Mech Solutions Limited, and it's produced by CC Tree. And somewhere on the box it says CC Tree on it. Manufactured by CC Tree. But I mean, I've only bought it one time, and then I started using it, and it's been printing like pretty much amazingly with no stringing or nothing. And I bought another 3 cases of it, and I was like, yeah, I'll just print the whole, battle droid in it.
I was a little shocked to see you printing PLA.
I haven't changed over to PETG yet, and I pretty much ran out of ABS finally.
Okay.
And I have an order of PLA Plus coming, and some TPU coming. So
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the TPU is going to be fun on that.
Yeah, right. I haven't used TPU on it yet, but man, I'd love to do something huge in TPU. Use almost an entire roll and have it like squishy too.
So, there you go. Print a droid in TPU.
Just bounce around.
Actually, you know what? Print a BB-8 in
Yeah,
TPU.
I was gonna say. It'd be call them the beach ball.
But yeah, no, you're going to want a different extruder top end when you get to that point.
Yeah, totally.
You don't necessarily need to change the whole extruder out, but just the top. There's a couple aftermarket options that work really well.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
Basically, you want something that's dual geared and has the filament path captured the whole way.
Right.
And then you just slow down. 30. Anywhere between 15 to 30 millimeters a second, depending on the Rockwell hardness.
Right. Yeah, I printed TPU a lot on the other printers. It's no problem because I've gotten used to it because of drone parts, kind of what I started with. But yeah, I've never used it on the Ender 3 Max. But I also
got Max.
This is the Ender 3 Max. Yep.
That didn't look. I thought, okay, so that looked like a 235 by 235.
Nope.
So it's a bigger bed.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's sick, man. It's been so good to me. I've been printing so much crazy big stuff. Just awesome. What is the biggest thing I've printed so far?
So the Ender 3 Max still comes with the base board then. Interesting.
Yeah, it comes with everything. It's basically a Pro, everyone says on it. So,
yeah, because your Y extrusion that your bed's on, that's definitely the Pro.
Mm-hmm.
So your bed has 3 wheels on each side?
Nope. 1 on each corner. Oh, you mean like the
on the track?
On the track, yeah.
So you have six wheels total on that track.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, that's definitely the max. 300 by 300 by 340, not including the extra because of their lack of wanting you to use the whole bed.
Yeah, so they've got the mounting for the post on the outside of the frame instead of on the inside, kind of. Let me show you.
Okay, so instead of it sitting on top of the extrusion, it's now on the side of the extrusion.
Yeah, to give it that little bit more room.
That also would make it real easy for you to extend that Z height.
Yeah, but I've never had to go
340 is plenty for most people.
Yeah. Like once I get that, printing really stuff.
That silent board might not give you much because I'm reading here. If the Ender 3 Max apparently has TMC 2208s already.
Oh yeah.
According to Creality's website.
Well, I watched Chep's video and it worked pretty good.
Okay.
But I got the firmware for it and everything now because Henry found it for me.
Awesome.
One of Creality's websites, but even Chep didn't even change the firmware on it. He just left it as it is and it worked fine.
Okay.
So I'm going to
because the drivers on that one, according to Creality's website, are TMC 2208s, which is what they have on the silent board, which means there shouldn't be any difference.
Right.
But I'm wondering if maybe one of the first batches, because I don't know which batch yours is out of, maybe they shipped with a different board originally.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I wonder if Henry will be online later.
Well, when you pop open
it for me and stuff, right, and then sold it to me.
When you pop open that case,
yeah,
we can take a quick look at the board that's there and figure it out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'll say right on. All right, 71%.
Yeah, they even have like a huge infographic about the fact it's got the 2208 high performance silence driver. And
Dr. Jackal says it's pretty loud for 2208 drivers.
yeah, I know. That's what's got me confused here. I am hearing a lot more stepper noise than I do off of any of mine, and all of mine are 2208, 2209, and 5160s. Oh, well, there's another way to tell. The USB port on the front, what shape is it?
Oh, that's a micro USB.
It's a micro?
Yeah.
That is a newer board. Because mine is mine's the older style.
Right.
First batch came with 4.16 boards. Okay. I think the 4.16 still had a micro on it instead. Creality, let me check. I'm finding the 2.4.1 board, but not the 4.16.
It does say it has the 2208 high performance silence driver, but mine didn't come with that one.
Huh.
Because it was an option. The German import TT2208 chip drivers adopted. Yeah, so it's the silent one. I don't have that one.
You can't have that one and be that loud.
Right, exactly.
Or you have something horribly wrong with the firmware. And if you're running stock firmware, that could be it.
Right.
Because Creality, I don't know about the Macs, but I do know on even some of the printers they're still shipping, they still do not have thermal protections enabled. Which is just stupid.
Yeah, I've got the filament sensor, but I didn't get anything else on it.
Okay.
This one, I think, was like a giveaway or something. I think he won it or something like that.
I vaguely remember saying he won a printer.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was the 5 or this one, though. But
I think it was the 5. I can't remember now. That was a while ago.
Yeah.
All good, Edge. All good. I get it. I got headphones on so that way I don't have to listen to my wife. She's on the phone with her daughter. I actually agree. Not having the thermal protections enabled, especially on a 32-bit board, which some of these are now, that's just stupid.
Right. Yeah, I don't see anything about that on here.
Yeah. You go to other websites for other manufacturers, and they flaunt that they have thermal protections enabled. You will not find that on a Creality.
Right.
Okay. I'm going through the All 3DP article, but that looks to be when it first came out. Already had a pre-production unit in the weeks back, wearing a winding way and test print. While it featured Creality's new 4.2.2 32-bit motherboard, it lacked the silent stepper drivers. Okay, so they have two different 4.2.2 32-bit boards, one with the 2208s and one without.
Correct, yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, there was a whole video I watched with Tim on his channel about how the difference and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. No.
And I was like, God dang it.
When I first, I tried to keep one of my Ender 3's bone stock, and I just couldn't put up with it anymore.
Totally. There's one guy who's done like 5 or 6 of these printers at different Enders, and with the same silent board, and he's had nothing but success. So
yeah, no.
Pretty lucky.
It's a drop-in replacement for the most part.
Yeah, it's super easy to do. I think it's probably going to take me 20 minutes, half hour.
Did you already flash the board?
Nope.
Yeah, you should be able to plug the board into your computer and it'll power up enough to do a firmware update if you need to.
Just like on USB.
Yep.
I think I'm just going to leave.
Now, I'm guessing, I could be wrong, but the worst that'll happen is nothing will happen.
Right. Sounds like Creality.
That was actually another issue I had with the Creality boards is if you have power coming from USB to the board, if the printer's off, the screen is still on. Because the 5-volt rail on the USB gets passed all the way through.
Right. The only problem that Henry even advised me of that sucks about this printer is that the rail for the extruder is so heavy and so loose that you press this down even a little bit and it will drop.
Yep.
When it's printing. It's so pathetic.
You can tighten that up a little bit with the eccentric nuts, but you got to be careful you don't go to a point that it's causing it to not be able to go up.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
I have, even on my Ender extender, which is a 400 millimeter bed. In fact, you probably heard me talking about it on the other stream. I have a Hemera on mine with a single lead screw, but it took me like almost 2.5 days of playing with those eccentric nuts to get it to where it wouldn't do that.
Really? Wow.
But it works.
Yeah. Sometimes you got
now I just have to redo all the wiring so I can actually use it. I did all my testing with the short wires that are on the standard Ender 3 just to make sure it would work. And I haven't taken the time to build my new wiring looms.
Zip ties.
I've been two heads down in quad and now hexcopters and soon octo.
You're gonna get an octo now? Wow.
No, actually, hang on.
You're already in it. I think you're right. I think I'm
Yes, no? Nope. I gotta go restart the phone for me to get the video.
The Ender 6 looks pretty dope.
Yeah, it kind of has my interest, but again, I will not buy anything new from Creality. Too many buttons on YouTube.
Creality.com. So Creality has 2 different websites, Creality 3D Official and then Creality.com. And that's where I'm finding the support for the Ender 3 Max, because it's not on the
one that ends in .shop is not actually Creality. They are a Creality reseller that has been certified by Creality.
Yeah, that's correct. But this is a different one. This is Creality3Dofficial.com.
I think
there's Creality.com.
Here, let me go to their official Facebook group or Facebook page. That'll tell me.
Creality.com. If you go to Creality.com/download, that's where you can find the Ender 3 Max firmware. It's the only that they have it.
Yeah, see, I normally just go to their GitHub, but I noticed they've been pretty lax on getting things up there recently.
Yeah, and the Ender 3 Max is still like pretty much like nobody has it. So kind of, I think I seen like today somebody.
Creality3Dofficial.com is the proper one.
Yeah. So yeah, limited sources, and that's the only place we could find it.
Yep.
Shit, they're out of stock on the Easy Board. I guess I will be putting in the 4.2.7. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's cheap enough and it's available enough. I call Creality like the Honda Civic of printers, like parts are cheap, it's super easy to build. It's not amazing, but it works. You get to point A, point B. I've had nothing but good luck though, but this was already set up for me too at the same point, and by someone who's really skilled with printers for many years. That helps. E3 Turbo or the V2 is a pretty solid board. Yeah, getting it in Canada is a little bit expensive for shipping.
Yeah, that's really a big issue.
Yeah, I had like a whole cart of stuff from Tim, and I was like, "Oh, great! I'll buy all this crap." And then I got to the shipping, and I was like, "Oh, it's like almost as much as the parts were." I was like, "Come on!" And I didn't even want it right away. Like, you know what I mean? It was like, still, yeah. How come, Dr. Jekyll? Zolan, you used the Easy Board before?
I have one, but I have not installed it yet.
Okay.
I was going to put that on the Ender extender originally.
Right.
Because I will be putting it on there eventually because I wanted something that has a bit more heat sink with the copper layers. Since I am pushing a Hemera around on that X gantry.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I can tell you the SKR boards, they're decent, but their heat management sucks.
Really, eh? %. I wonder if anybody's upgraded the fan on the bottom of the what's it called there?
In the motherboard box?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually fairly common for people to put a small Noctua or something in there. Myself, fan noise doesn't bother me because I have AC units and I have box fans and other fans all over my house because, well, I'm in a house that doesn't have central heating.
Right.
So, what's another fan?
Yeah, exactly. Not too bad. Dr. Jack says, no real reason, honestly. It's been a couple months since I've used it and I've learned a bit more about Marlin, so I might try it again. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still too new for all that kind of stuff to figure out any of that crap. If it works, it works. Z2. Oh, yeah. That's badass.
Bad feedback from something.
Yeah. Probably because your mic's too close to the other mic.
Oh, thank you. There we go.
There you go.
Sorry about that.
It's all good. It wasn't
I know what's weird is I had the mic muted, so it shouldn't have done that. But anyways,
Right.
yeah. So the frame is from the Octoquad guy on Facebook, KWAD.
Yep.
The motors are the NIN V2 1404s, the same ones that are on the Flywoo Explorers. And the props are the Avion 2.5 inch that comes on the Tiny Hawk 2 Freestyle.
Those are sweet.
I have somewhere on my desk here, I have right here. And I know, I'm a trader, I know. And in a couple months, I'll be ordering the flight controller and 2 ESCs I'm going to be putting in it.
Cool. That's sweet, man.
And Whoa. So it's you. You are where the feedback's coming from. I heard myself, and I shouldn't have. I'm on a headset.
I just opened up YouTube just for a second.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love these props. These props rock. Keyboard. You can no longer get it, but you can find ones just like it on Amazon. Unfortunately, the one I bought, is currently unavailable and has been now for a year and a half.
Wow.
Because I have a couple other people who are like, "Oh, I love that keyboard." It's like, unfortunately, I don't know where you can get it. Now, I decided I wanted to do an Octo because I'm going to put the FC I'm going to put in it is I'm thinking of getting the Radix 2.
Right on.
Because it's got an INAV target. So
sick.
I was thinking an Octo Quad or an Octocopter that could do waypoint navigation would be awesome.
Yeah, hell yeah. That'd be super great. Steampunk style.
Yep, I am a big steampunk fanatic.
Nice. I printed a key, one of a few different styles.
Nice.
Out of wood filament, and it looks really cool.
That actually came out really nice.
Yeah. Nice and weird.
I've been thinking about printing some. I wanted to do the key and the metallic brass filament.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah. And brass would be perfect.
Yep.
Edge, come on in if you're just hanging out, bro.
It's still processing the HD version. Come on.
Wow.
Hey, Drone Fox. Ireland. Wow, I bet that's got some really nice areas to fly.
Hell yeah. He's got a great channel if you haven't seen it.
I have not. You should put the link out there if you are willing to promote
Yeah,
it.
he's moderator. Give her hell there, Drone Fox Ireland. Put your link up, please, sir.
Yeah.
Happy 2021 to you too, sir. Let's see if I can go closer here.
You okay with me dropping my my FPV channel out there?
Of course.
Just want to make sure. Oh, I'm not a... Oh, okay, I am now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is my... I've decided to separate my FPV stuff to its own channel because I'm never going to put my face on it.
Yep. I'm the same with what I'm doing right now is why I have two channels. But not the face thing, but just separating. I need a wireless camera. That'd be dope.
Thank you, Drone Fox. I will go ahead and hit that up with both my channels. Subbed. And copy. And come over to my FPV one. Paste and go. And sub. Cool.
I like subs. Who's ordering?
Yeah, sorry, no place delivers to me. Now, yeah, my Shop of Wonders is still going to be my maker / whatever channel. You know, I normally put all my gaming stuff on the other one, but, you know, people seem to enjoy watching my gaming even on my maker channel, so, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But my quad stuff, because of how the FAA is, I'm keeping it separate.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
So it's, you know, I would give you some advice about that bed, but the fact that you've got it working as well as you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't use clips.
Okay.
Because I've had an issue with the clips causing the glass to flex, and then my center will be higher than my edges.
Really?
So I've been using Kapton tape along the edge.
Okay, cool. I have a bunch of Kapton tape.
But if you've got it working, why change it? So never mind.
And it's flat as all hell because it's not putting a lot of strain on them.
Right.
It's actually just kind of like perfect. So yeah.
So I was using binder clips in the beginning, and that was just horrible.
Yeah, I've seen that on some people's channels too. But yeah, this thing came like pretty much ready to go and like test printed and everything. So,
Yep.
like I said, no fix when ain't broken.
Oh, Edge FTV. Yeah, here, go. Got that a sub.
There we go.
Yeah.
Now it looks like he's helping.
Everybody sub to everybody. Right? Right. That's how it works, right? I don't know.
That's right.
And your channel. Oh, come on. I actually have a better shortcut than that for this one. There it is. So this is the, for those watching, this is the channel I hang out, do most of my stuff on. Anyways.
Cool beans.
Thank you for letting me put that out there.
No problem. I think I have them both, so I'm just going to check.
Yeah, you do. Well, at least I know you have the Shop of Wonders.
Yeah, I just, because I'm on the other channel now, right?
Oh, good point.
I went in and added a bunch of stuff. Oh, FPV Junkyard, I got your mail, bro.
Cool.
I thought that was yours, but that's... Oh, you posted his link to... Wait, are you both?
I am both the Shop of Wonders and FPV Junkyard.
Oh, okay, cool. That makes more sense.
And I went with FPV Junkyard because of what my work surface looks like.
Fuck yeah.
So, because I will be doing some top-down assembly stuff eventually on the channel.
Right.
But again, never showing my face. And I'm probably going to use a voice changer as well.
Ooh.
And just be the raccoon through the whole thing.
Not going to come up with another character?
I might. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out. I got time to figure it out. I've only got, what, 13 subscribers?
What about like a flying squirrel?
That's, you know, that was the thing. It's I got the goggles on the raccoon for that reason.
Yeah. That'd be funny.
You know, here in Oklahoma, it should probably be a Roadrunner.
That'd be sick. Beep, beep. I think it'd be funnier to be the coyote, though.
Oh, I gotta let the dog out.
Yeah, I gotta do that thing, too.
One of our girls had an accident this morning, and let's just say I figured out my beard oil kills that smell.
Ooh, interesting. Drone Fox Ireland says, not a fox? Okay.
No, not a fox.
What is up, Dan the man?
Is that Dirtbag Dan?
That's Dirty Dan.
Hey, Dan. I'm standing on my front porch, so I can't see.
Your front porch has a really nice view of a palm tree in the beach.
I wish. No, actually, I don't. I like my woods. Even if it is, yeah, that's actually part of why I went DJI so quick. It's because the analog just cannot punch through these trees.
Yeah, no doubt.
And
signal disruption.
And those little tiny straggly branches, you can't even see them on analog.
No, you have to have a really decent camera. Like my little micro camera that I have, it's the Runcam Nano 2. Yep. Oh my god, I can see ghost branches, but as long as I'm not like ripping super fast, I'm just kind of cruising around. I can kind of see and make them out. And
my Runcam 2s, maybe you can help me with this. Because all my Tiny Hawks are Runcam 2s. Nanos, the Runcam Nano 2s.
Yeah.
And it redshifts everything.
Really?
So badly, my car, which is red, looks purple.
Ugh.
So those scraggly branches, if there's light behind the branch from the sun or whatever else, I can't see them.
Crazy. You might have it set on like an automatic.
I wouldn't doubt it. I've never changed. So I have never changed camera settings on a quad yet.
Oh man, you should do that definitely.
I don't know how. I'll have to go learn.
It's pretty easy once you get into, you know how you do smart audio? You ever learned how to do smart audio yet with your controller?
Boop. I have a couple of the control board, the little 8-way joystick thingy boards.
Hey, Sean.
How's it going?
Hey, Sean.
You do smart
Or
audio.
Edge.
You basically put in your sticks and you get into a menu.
Uh-huh.
It's for the camera. As long as your camera is set up through the smart audio type of wire, signal wire, then you can do it. But if you don't, then you have to use like a little plug-in joystick thing that sometimes comes with the camera.
Which I have. I have a couple of them because the RunCam Phoenix 2 I bought came with it.
Yeah, so you use that when you plug in your camera and get a picture on your monitor or on your goggles. And you plug that controller in, joystick, and you go through the menu in the actual camera and change it. I always take it off automatic, and I set it to something that I fly at all the time. So when I'm out and about, my new setup, I'll plug it in and have it, at a day where it's going to be good or whatever, and I'll set it for that and not put it on automatic. So I'll set it to what I want, and then I'll fly with that setting and keep it until I.
So one thing I've noticed too. Do you run Crossfire?
Me?
Yes.
Yes, I run Crossfire on almost everything.
Okay, so I did notice when I run cams with the Crossfire, it does turn it that red tint as well too. When I did it on my Furious FPV, it doesn't do it.
Okay, because I have one Tiny Hawk 2 Freestyle that is bone stock still, and it does it as well, and that's FR Sky.
Okay. Okay, not Crossfire then. What am I thinking? What's the video transmitter you're using or receiver?
My receivers, I have a TBS Fusion.
Okay.
But I also have a Beta FPV box goggle and 2 different Quantum box goggles, and they all do it.
They all do it. Okay, that's different then.
Now there is a lot of reds here because I'm out in the middle of nowhere, Oklahoma. So reds and yellows are the most common color.
Right.
And it's worse when I hit if I do a yaw and have the sun pass through my view for a second.
Oh wow!
Everything turns red. Everything.
Yeah, that's got to be something in the setting then on the camera then.
Yeah, that goes back to what Marcel was saying about the audio.
Right. I just thought I'd mention that. I've seen that with my receiver and stuff doing that.
Which receiver do you have?
It's not Crossfire. What is it called?
The Fusion?
No, the Impulse RC one.
Oh, Impulse RC, not Immersion. I don't know. I don't know.
No. Immersion.
Tramp.
My mind is just everywhere today.
All good. So I think that's the Tramp.
It's not the Tramp. It's I'm gonna have to pull it out. Hang on.
Rapid Fire.
Fox Ireland. What link are you looking for, bud?
So
Crossfire. Yeah.
Immersion RC. So you're talking the receiver on the quad or your VTX receiver?
The VTX receiver.
So Immersion RCs is called Rapid Fire.
Rapid Fire. Okay, there we go. So yeah, that one.
Yep, that's the Rapid Fire. I've heard good things about it, but since I'm TBS on almost all my stuff, I went Fusion.
Yeah. I like it a lot, except for that it doing that on my cameras. Like it changes the color of it. It makes it a little bit different.
Interesting.
The Furious FPV is almost direct camera related. Like whatever you have your camera set to is what it shows. So this one, it tries to change it, tries to make it a little bit better. Mm-hmm. And in some cameras, like the run cams, it kind of makes it more red or more kind of an orangish type color to it. So it's kind of different.
Interesting. Yeah, because I was watching Nick's videos because he does a lot of camera comparisons and stuff, even though everything's the best out there for the most part. But He was actually commenting about the fact that he gets a red shift on all the Run Cam 2 Nanos.
Oh wow,
Bye, DFI.
that'd be fun.
Drone
Oh.
file traveling had to take off.
Oh, Zoom meetings. Yee.
Yeah. Yeah, I've tried lots of different cameras and stuff. I've actually kind of gone over to Foxeer because I kind of like the colors off of them, just off stock.
I have on my custom 5 inches that I only have one of now because one's in my woods somewhere and I still don't know where. I put the so just so you know, I only got into quads maybe 3-4 months ago.
Oh wow, okay.
But I have a habit when I get a new hobby, I go a little overboard at first.
Oh yeah, I hear you.
So my
First
5
and then the rest of
inchers,
the time as well.
my 5 inchers have the JB Run Cam Phoenix 2,
Oh okay, yeah.
which also has a slight redshift issue, but it's not so bad. I can deal with it. No, I can see those little branches with it.
Right.
Right. He
Be
turned
right
his
back.
camera off.
We're just gonna
Okay.
change the camera.
That means he must be getting ready to actually do the upgrade.
Yeah.
Um,
Hopefully.
But I've recently moved over to DJI just because I needed something that could punch through those trees.
And I get that. So.
And if you go DJI, I love the Crystal by iFlight.
Really? Okay.
That the antenna that bolts to the front of it.
Yeah.
I've hit 1 mile with it with no issue.
Nice. So yeah, we got pretty open deserts here. You get close to the pine trees and stuff, though. That's definitely an issue with punching through. But yeah, I get out 1.5 miles, 2 miles, not a problem. So
I'm on 7.5 acres of wooded land.
Oh wow.
And surrounded by a bunch of lots that have some of the same trees and everything else I do, and then like hundreds of acres of ranch land around us.
Oh wow.
That's just flat, wide open.
Yeah.
So once I get past my trees,
That's
I can go a long way.
Right.
But my actual goal, which has been my goal from day one, is I need a quad that is small enough, agile enough, with a good enough camera, that's a key, that I can fly down to my pond, which is surrounded by heavy, dense trees and below me.
Oh geez.
So I can inspect what the shoreline and stuff of my pond is doing.
Right. Wow, and that'd be tough.
Actually, using my Flywoo Explorer that I converted to DJI, I've almost got that.
Nice.
But I can't fly through the trees. What I do is I fly over my pond and then just lower myself in.
Right. Yeah. Even that though, after you get past the treetops and stuff, does it still?
I dropped from 50 megabit to about 27.
Okay.
So it's still flyable, but it is the video, because I'm using that auto, whatever they call it, where it starts to blur out the edges as it comes in towards the center.
Right. Okay.
I have, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not, but I can tell you this summer, it's going to be horrible.
Yeah. Right.
Because right now, with I got no leaves.
Yeah, it's a lot better like that.
You can actually see some of my property on the FPV junkyard, because I'm flying one of the Tiny Hawks.
Oh yeah.
Playing with my Samoyeds.
Nice. Yeah, I've been I got into the longer range stuff and like to do that, and so most of mine have GPS on them, and then I started going for speed, and so now that's what I'm doing. So I've hit one of my quads has hit 130 miles an hour. So I'm
no. You got to say this right. You think your quads has hit 130 miles an hour, but you don't really know. You've got no way to prove it.
Actually, I have GPS on.
No. You've got no way to prove it.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I think maybe it has. I don't know.
Yes, there you go.
So
before you pop that top case off there, my advice: unplug the printer from the AC, turn the printer on, and then turn it back off so you drain all the caps.
Yep. Just like a computer.
Yep. It's just to make sure you have no power going through that power supply to the main board.
Yeah, those power supplies hold a lot of power in them.
You don't want to fry the board because you can put the board on a shelf in case the new one starts having issues.
True.
Oh, come on, YouTube. Finish processing. So the video actually I'm trying to get uploaded right now to YouTube would give you a really good idea of what I'm talking about for trees.
Yeah.
Even though it's just me testing. I got the Flywoo hexacopter.
Oh, yeah.
And I just got today the SMO 4K to put on it. It's still analog for the copter. I'm going to convert it soon.
Yeah, I still got this one to build too with naked GoPro on it.
Nice. Yep, there's that first screw.
Finally broke loose.
Yep.
And that's it, isn't it? And then you just flip it over.
On one, yeah. So best way to flip it over is going to be.
That isn't the screw I'm looking at in the back middle.
I don't need that
one.
Frame, and I don't need to actually release that one.
Oh, is this the one where the motherboard's actually underneath?
Yes.
Yeah. Just like the Pro, because the base model, it's all on the top. You can pop up the top cover and get access to everything.
Right.
Do you have your needle nose pliers and other implements for removing hot melt glue?
Yep.
Okay.
As tight as that one is, I'm not. You think he'll get it with pliers?
No, the hot melt glue.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Because Creality's like a little overboard on gluing the connectors.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Oh, it looks like they're using genuine XT60s.
Yeah. They did on my Pro, too. I was happy with that.
Yeah, I had to replace one of mine, but the other two were real.
Yeah. Made it a lot easier to put my pie in there.
You need to raise the camera up if you're going to leave it at that angle.
Yes, sir.
Hey, trying to help out.
Oh, yeah. I'm just fucking it.
Can't call me sir. I work for a living.
I think it's going to be okay, but there is only going to be much pressure on it. I tried printing the Mandalorian and only got halfway, unfortunately.
Oh. That was when you decided it's time to change, right?
Well, what happened was his gun that's on the side here.
Oh.
To like break off.
Oh.
But I was also printing it on the Adventurer 3, so there's not a lot of hope on that printer as it is anyway.
Huh.
It prints good, but like it has a hard time keeping its Z momentum proper. Like it just like all of a sudden like one layer will just be two, and like sometimes it's just really bad calibration of that bed. It's just a shitty bed.
So the board that's in there is still a 32-bit, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, so my Pro still came with the 8-bit when I bought it. What's really the difference between 8-bit and 32-bit? Like, what does it really do?
Built on bootloader, 32-bit boards also can do curves better.
Curves, okay.
So, like, if you wanted to print a Whoop frame, and especially at speed, the 32-bit board's going to do it easier.
Okay.
Because it can process the G code faster.
Gotcha. That's what I was looking at. Okay.
The 32-bit boards also have more onboard memory, so you can enable more features like Linear Advance, which you can use to help with stringing and other issues.
Oh, okay. All right.
That was lots.
That might be why my sometimes my what do you call it? Ironing doesn't work very well.
Yep, ironing is a lot of G code to be processed.
Right. It works, just not very well.
Well, and also, what version of slicer are you using? That
Kira, always.
right? What version?
You would ask me that.
Because ironing in 4.6 had issues.
Okay, that's it. It's the newest one. I know that because
So 4.8
probably.
Okay. I actually have
pulling it up.
very limited experience with 4.8. I'm still on 4.6 myself.
Oh no, it's 4.7.1. So I haven't got the.
Yeah. Back up your profiles because sometimes installing the new version will blow them away.
Okay. All right.
And try 4.8 or newer. I don't know if they have newer now. I actually moved over to Prusa Slicer for most of mine.
To which one?
Prusa.
Huh.
The new Prusa Slicer, you can. I think it. I'm still running an older profile in mine, but I think it actually has an Ender 3 profile now.
Oh, okay.
If not, there are a bunch of people in the maker community who have built them.
Right.
The reason why I moved over to Prusa for most of my stuff is because I also have a palette.
Okay.
And Prusa Slicer handles that so much better than Kira does.
Right.
I just wish Prusa had tree supports.
Yeah. Well, I'm not getting too bad a
Nice
stuff on that, so.
Yeah, if it's working, don't change it. I think Marcel only wants to change this because he doesn't want to hear it while he's sleeping.
Right.
Hey, Llama. So Llama says he's cooking dinner, but he's got it playing in the background.
Nice. Thanks for coming in, Llama.
Yeah, it's something we've all started to do. Is even if we're not going to be at the computer, but we know somebody's streaming and we're okay with losing that little bit of bandwidth, we'll hop in the stream and then hit mute and just walk away.
Right.
Because it gives the person watch hours either way.
Right.
Well, we are in pretty much lockdown, but it's pissing rain out anyway, so.
Yeah, we were raining horribly yesterday. I didn't get my New Year's Day flight in that I wanted to do.
Oh. At least you're warm enough to do it.
That's a good question, Marcel. Did you see the board version on there?
Excuse me? Oh, yeah, version 4.2.2.
Oh, 0.2. Oh, wow.
And what are you putting in?
4.2.7.
Yep, there you go. Okay.
This glue is ridiculous.
0.2. Yeah, the hot melt
Yeah,
glue
the
is
glue.
insane.
Yeah.
What can I use to make this faster?
It's absolutely insane. It took me forever to get that crap off. Especially on those type of connections. It's like, really? Why?
So they say the 4.2.2. So there's two versions of the 4.2.2.
That's correct.
There's the version that has the 2208s and the version that has the 9850s or whatever they are.
Huh.
Okay.
And mine's even older than that.
Oh yeah. So are mine. One printer I bought on a Woot sale on my birthday last year, which is sometime in July. So it's the older one, of course.
Right.
One I purchased at extreme discount, and the other one I won.
Oh, wow.
And that was all before we started doing any real lockdowns. Oh, sorry.
Right.
Actually, I think I've been in 3D printing even longer than that. Is this like year 2 or year? I can't remember now.
I hear you. Like I'm the same way with FPV. I keep looking back and I'm like, look at some of my older videos. I'm like, holy crap! I've been doing this for 4 years.
Okay, so my very oh no, that's not my very first. I've been doing this for 2 years. For this next July will be 2 years. So I've been doing it a year and a half.
Wow. Nice.
So I bought my printers in 2019, and I won one in 2019.
Okay.
So all of mine are the old stuff.
Yeah, I haven't been doing it very long. I think 8 months, maybe.
Yeah, I know, Dr. Jekyll. That's why they put so much hot melt glue on it. It's still annoying. Especially when you accidentally rip apart one of the connectors and now you're stuck.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Don't. I'm not meaning to jinx you there.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, this last part of it's freaking brutal. You do not take up hot printers. You got my ideas.
So I saw one person when he was doing his upgrade. He got so annoyed at it, he actually pulled a heat gun out.
Oh, nice.
I have a heat gun.
I don't have one either. Closest I have is one of those kitchen torches.
Yeah, there you go. I got 2 here, but can't really hand them to you.
Well, I can't get one because he has 2.
Yeah, right. I keep buying them all, right?
Toilet paper hoarder.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Devin just posted the start of her R2 project
Oh, wow.
on Twitter.
I didn't know she was starting one. That's cool.
Yeah, she just joined all the groups.
Nice.
It's taking her a
Somebody named Marcel on Facebook invited me to a bunch of them.
Oh, yeah.
while. Liar.
He kind of did that to me, too. He's trying to convince me to do it, too.
I got a couple other projects I need to finish that I've had
Right.
on my plate for over a year now, like the Spaceballs Winnebago.
Oh,
that
nice.
that can actually fly.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Like a turtle van. Remember the turtle van? Ninja turtle?
Nope. Oh, Ninja Turtles. Yes. Sorry. You said my turtle van, so as in yours. So I'm like, I don't remember you posting anything about a turtle van.
Ninja Turtles. Or what about the Dream Machine? Get the fucking Scooby-Doo machine.
Scooby-Doo, yep. If I ever print a diorama, it is going to be of the crossover episode of Scooby-Doo and Supernatural.
Oh, there you go.
That'd be cool.
That'd be awesome.
Oh, Marcel, Chris Ramsey is on his way to Vancouver, BC right now to start filming his new TV show.
Okay.
And just letting you know in case you want to reach out and see if they need any extras or anything.
I don't want to do extra work. I want to do acting.
Oh. You got anything coming up for that yet?
No. It says you're dead right now for the holidays. We're like pretty much like done for like.
How can it be shut down when he's flying out to start filming tomorrow?
Well, some productions, but for like extra work and stuff like that, there's not a lot of work. A lot of productions are starting up, but they're not like filming a lot. Some
Okay.
aren't, you know what I mean? But the big
I don't know how. So first,
like end of January, beginning of February.
you know, in the U.S., I have no clue how any of that works, and in Canada, that means I really have no clue.
We have like a huge amount of productions this year, so like anything's possible nowadays. And yeah, there's a lot of productions, so I'm sure some are filming right away. But when I say there's no productions, I mean like the big guys, like Supernatural and all those things.
Well, not Supernatural; they're done.
Yeah, right. Finally, holy cow! I like the show, but yeah, it needed to end at some point.
There was one season.
We're filming a season right now.
What was that?
You're actually filming a season right now.
They're doing
Really?
another season 16?
Yep.
Wow.
But they said they were done.
Right?
I know.
Okay. Make my wife happy, I know that.
Yeah. I think it was like October he was in an episode, and I was like, what the fuck? I said the same thing. I was like, they keep saying they're done, man. It's like worse than like the Asian market down here. It's like going out of business sale, but they've been going out of business for like 2 years.
Huh.
It's weird. I don't know. I don't get it either.
Well, didn't they sell the car? What are they going to use for a car?
Actually, both of them kept one of the cars.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Okay, it's one wire out and one wire in.
So everything I'm finding still says no, but being that we have somebody who actually works or did work in that area,
Right.
And I know how tight-lipped media can be.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't hear from me.
I hear what from you? I didn't hear anything.
What's going on here?
So I need to turn around and tell the wife though, because she doesn't want to we normally rewatch the series fairly often, and because of how season 15 ended, she doesn't want to rewatch it for a while.
Yeah. In fact, my wife was rewatching it as well too, and then she got sick of that and went back to The Walking Dead. Been rewatching that like a lot.
There is a website I can share with you guys called What's Filming. I think it's What's Filming Vancouver or What's Filming BC.
Huh.
And it's actually a website that is dedicated to all the productions that are filming in Vancouver.
Oh,
cool.
Interesting.
And like, it doesn't tell you a lot, but it tells you like some details.
Right.
What's filming.ca? Yep, here we are in production. Cool. Control F.
Huh.
And Supernatural is not on that list.
No, not anymore.
Nope.
Also check a website called it's UBCP .Actra ACTRA. They have a website and it also has like a production list on there, and that one's more accurate because that's from the union itself that does all the actors and everything. That might be on the list still, but it's probably like has a date where it might be either done already, beginning of the year or something. But so that one's not plugged in. These two go down in there. So much glue. Let's actually take these up together.
Yeah, you think they could have used the cheaper, like softer stuff too? Would have been a little bit easier.
I would have used blue tape.
Yeah.
Right, Lana?
I'm muted. I'm sitting here talking to myself. So, no, Supernatural is not on the list, even at the UBCPACTRA.
Oh, wow.
But there is Turner and Hooch Season 1.
Yep.
Really?
And, of course, my wife wants to know who the dog is. Anyways. You need to go out again, girl?
Yeah, I knew that was filming here, but I never got a chance to be on it. I don't know why. With me instead.
It's possible Supernatural's doing like a
Spin-off?
they could be they've been wanting to do a spin-off for a long time.
Yeah.
But it's also possible they're doing a follow-up episode or something. Who knows?
Oh, yeah.
Just
so everybody's not pissed.
Yeah, because the ending kind of just like, really?
Yeah, right.
I get it. They both died. That was expected.
It was predicted from like the third season.
Yep.
It's funny how popular it is here because like they get fans that like drive from everywhere around just to watch the film sometimes. It's so ridiculous.
Well, yeah, I wanted to go up there myself because I wanted to go to one of the. They had an open invite on for one of the supposed supernatural convention scenes.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be in it, but I didn't get a chance to.
One of the days that we were filming that graveyard scene with us all being zombies,
Yep.
one of my buddies, who's not even that like popular of an actor really, he was like just background, and people were like following him home. It was crazy.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of scary.
Yeah.
But, you know, there's a reason they're called fans. Fans is short for fanatic.
These motherfuckers. But we just want your autograph. Actually, Riverdale was worse though.
Yeah, and apparently they're filming that right now.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to say I have not seen a single episode.
They're not missing much. It's kind of gotten weird. Like really fucking weird, if you ask me. But
Well, it was supposed to be, you know, what? Archie for the horror fans.
for the prima donna horror fans.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah. Yeah, for the people who liked Cabin in the Woods.
like, it was really good. Like the first like season or so, it wasn't bad. It was okay. But now with everything and like the way
It jumped the shark.
yeah,
It's gone the route of Sharknado.
it's like Supergirl was good for a bit too, and then that show just like died. In my mind, anyway. Okay, but now it's the bigger wires.
Oh, you got it out. Kind of.
Wires out and everything. Really hard to see, I guess. This camera view's not the best.
Oh, so am I looking at two boards? Yeah, okay, so you have
Yeah,
one board still
Two.
mounted. You're just swapping the connectors over. Got it.
That's correct.
Sorry. Stupid COVID. No, you laugh, but no, I actually have
Oh,
it.
you actually have it? Oh, okay.
No, had. My wife and I
Had.
had it, but we still have.
Lingering effects.
We're going to for a long time.
Huh.
My X-ray, they did an X-ray of my lungs a couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
and they found damage of minor, very minor spots where it looked like possible viral pneumonia or damage from viral pneumonia.
Oh, wow. Huh.
So
That's
my
not good.
lungs are a little raw right now.
Yeah, I bet.
And the hardest part for my wife and me is we're just tired,
Yeah.
exhausted, and we're not even hungry. We don't want to eat at all.
Right.
We're having to force ourselves to eat.
Yeah.
Well, you're saying the one time you wouldn't even taste the food anyway.
No, actually, yeah, there was a point that my taste buds are so messed up that I have to over season everything. I can drink sriracha sauce right now with no issue.
Holy cow.
I can feel the heat. I can feel that it wants to burn.
But it
But I
doesn't
don't-
actually.
I don't taste the burn. I don't
Wow.
taste the spice at all.
Huh.
Boop. Somebody just jumped into the room.
It is Mr. Greg of the Greg Maker Corner.
Hey! Oh, and he went and changed his shirt.
For me? Thank you, Greg.
Didn't hear you there.
Oh, am I muted?
No, you're not muted.
Probably
It's
just
just your
really
mic's muted.
quiet.
Yep.
I'm just really loud.
How's that? Any better?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Maybe a little too much. There we go.
How's Sir Gregory?
Oh, not bad. Just had some El Camino Mexican. They messed up our order a little bit. But it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, you know, a Ford El Camino can do a lot of damage.
Usually it's going out, though, not going in. What I meant, how's the project?
It's coming along. I'm just swapping out the cables right now
Oh, cool.
and getting all that set up.
It looks all too familiar, turning the ender on its side like that.
Yeah.
Some surgery.
I don't have to do that with any of mine.
Yeah, not anymore. I moved mine to the back. When I
Well, none of mine were pros. Only the pro
Oh.
had that.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I thought-
the Ender base model, you can
Mhm.
pop the top
Top.
cover off and the board's mounted to the bottom.
I've worked on so many different enders. I think, yeah, I'm trying to remember. I think it was one of the kids that I've got helped getting the 3D printing. He got the Pro, and I was helping him out with it. That's probably why I remember it like that.
I'm still getting a kick out of the 6 wheels.
Yeah.
for the bed.
All right.
6-wheeler.
Especially since mine is running a much bigger bed on one of them, and it's only 4 wheels.
Yeah. Yeah, is 4 standard on those? I can't remember.
Yeah, 4 is standard.
4.
That's what I got on my Pro.
Yeah.
All the Ender 3s and Ender 2s, except the Max, of course. All the Ender 3s, the Ender 2s. The only difference between the Pro and the base model when it comes to the bed is one's a 20 by 40 extrusion, I think, or no, 20 by 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine is not as thick as that one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, also your bar is thicker on the Pro than the standard too, right?
That's what we're talking about.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, the Y-axis extrusion on the Pro.
That's right.
It's wider. Is double.
It's like 2040, I think.
Yeah, versus 2020.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure somebody in chat's already corrected.
Sorry, I'm still getting used to the numbers on the bars.
So am I.
Like I work with them on computers all the time, and I still don't call them that stuff.
I like the 3030. That's what I've got on that cube in my background behind me.
Oh,
that's
nice.
pretty rigid.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. The Warkaki got in his blue CFP ETG from Atomic Filament, and that is pretty.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, he gets some good quality on those Prusa's that he prints on.
Oh, yeah.
I like Atomic Filament, but it's a bit pricey. I think it's like $35 a roll or something.
50.
50? Oh, wow.
For
a lot more.
For the CF.
Oh, yeah.
For the carbon fiber PETG.
Yeah. Yeah, the regular's 33, it looks like. That's just too much. But, you know, I think doesn't he sell a lot of his prints, so he can afford it.
No, he sells printers.
Oh, printers? Really?
He converts Prusa's to bears for people.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
He gets great results, I know, just looking at a lot of his prints.
Oh.
But, yeah, I don't sell too many prints, but when I do, I'll even use, I think I used Ziltech for the last project that I sold, and it turned out just fine.
AFK, I'm only got to take the headset off. I got to go to the secondary freezer to pull out bacon.
Sounds like fun.
Mm-hmm. Sean, you probably got a secondary freezer too because you're a hunter.
Yes, I do. Have to. I got a whole elk to put in there now.
Wow.
Should be doing that right now.
Yeah, I know here the deer season just got over with.
Yeah. Yeah, that 31st was the last day of hunting season here, so.
Yeah.
And that's when my brother got it. Like,
oh, nice.
Yeah,
it's fresh.
Tag. Yep. Oh yeah.
You gonna make some jerky with it, or?
No, I always do steak and burger.
Oh,
I grind my own burger and stuff, so.
That's cool.
I have a dehydrator. I guess I could make some jerky, but
yeah, I use mine for filament, and I just got a new one from Cabela's. It's like a 12 shelf one.
Oh yeah,
it works really well. But then I did some fruit in it, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna start using this thing for all kinds of stuff. And then somebody on Twitter's like, you probably don't want to use the same one you're drying filament in for food. And I'm like, well, why not?
Yeah, it might taste a little funny.
Yeah, but I was like, yeah, it tasted fine to me. But yeah, I'm like, yeah, it's probably not a great idea. There's like little micro plastics floating around, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like we got Dan in here. I just saw his some of his chats there.
Yeah.
What's up, Dan?
Hey, Dan, you should join.
He sells the parts kits too. Okay.
Sean,
Yeah,
have you,
who's the guy? Giorgio or something? Not Giorgio. The guy that sells them. I can't remember his name.
Sean, have you checked out Alien 3D yet?
Alien 3D?
Yeah.
No.
Google that website. Check that out. It's FPV crate, but for 3D printing. They've
Oh,
got
cool.
filament box, they've got parts box.
Yeah, I was just talking to Josh today a little bit earlier. We're trying. Actually, the project this month or last month is well, I don't know if I should say because I don't know if it's been unveiled yet, but it has something to do with brushless motors. We'll put it that way, or brush motors. So he thinks he might have put. So he's trying to power them with like a MOSFET and an Arduino, and I think the MOSFET he got might not. Well, the project that he had in mind may not. The motors may not be powerful enough to lift it. I was going to put mine actually got here today. So I was going to put it together, but I haven't had a chance yet to check out the circuit. But I also think he might have had the wiring wrong.
He's using brushed on it?
Yeah, they're like, it's like a little, kind of like a drone, like those tiny Whoop hovercraft things.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Kind of like a 3D printed version of that.
Oh, okay.
So, but it only has 2 motors on it. So one's and I think I told him you probably need 4.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have like a speed control or anything. So it's kind of old school. You're just wiring up the MOSFET to the, and I think he was going to go full power to it, but
yeah, that'd be a little tricky.
Yeah, but it's kind of cool. He's got a lot of neat projects, and then he also includes like an accessory for your 3D printer. So this month it was a bottle of Gloop, which is like it helps you glue the parts together. So
cool.
PLA, you can just use super glue,
right?
But the Gloop's a little bit better, I think. It kind of welds it together, and they have one for PETG also.
Yeah.
But he's been doing them for, I think it's been about 2.5 years now.
Wow.
If I'm not mistaken. I've been a subscriber for over a year and a half, maybe.
Yeah.
But that's fun. And then you get the other thing you get. I've actually got a whole drawer full of them. But you get these little. Let me get one out. Little sample packs. So like here's an example. Oh, actually, this one's 3D printed in Canada here. So, but you get them from all over different manufacturers, and it gives you a chance to try out different filaments. So
nice. That's cool.
And then I was on that for a while, but I've got probably 100 samples, and it just too many because I wasn't using them. So I downgraded to the project only box.
Oh, okay.
But which is that's like 18, and I think the other box is like if you get the sample spools, it's like 36. I'll put the URL here in the chat.
Yeah. I'm looking at it here too. I see he's got the Octopi one for pre-order and stuff too. That's cool.
Yeah, he's out of stock on those right now, but a lot of people he sold out of those pretty quick, but those are pretty slick.
Well, I've noticed that he's using a Pi 4, and you can only order one of those at a time from each company, from what I've seen.
Yeah,
like one per household. So yeah, I can imagine he ran out of stock really fast.
Oh yeah. Yep. I think he's going to get him back in soon. And I was talking to him today. He's going to add a button for like turning it on and off, so you don't have to go to the software to do it. So I sent him some stuff that I used. But he has a cool little design, like almost like a little UFO kind of thing.
Yeah, that's why I just got these. That's to turn my printer on.
That's cool.
Just got a box of 10. What is it? Yeah, 10 of them in there.
Nice.
So I had a hard time finding them. Like one of our guys, Mike, was actually trying to get one so he could set his RetroPie up, and we couldn't find them for like 6 months.
What was it?
Yeah.
So it's just a 30 amp relay, 5 volt command.
Yeah, so it can turn off, turn on or off your printer.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I just use a Z-Wave smart plug.
Well, yeah.
You can do that too.
But this was specific to a design box that goes right on the Ender, so it just had to be that size.
Yeah, so I got mine tied into my home automation, which is why I went with the Z-Wave app option.
Right. I got it.
So open hab with an AOTech Z stick going to a Z-Wave outlet for each printer.
Okay.
And then I have, since I'm running Octopi, I actually have my open hab. I created a custom binding for octoprint.
Okay.
And so it can monitor and pull what the power state is of the printer, whether it's hooked up or not, and what the temperatures are.
Right.
And if a print is running, or if a print is stopped, or if a print is started.
Right.
So and I have virtual switches for each printer. If the virtual switch is on and the printer finishes a print, when the hot end drops below 50C, it'll power off the printer.
Oh, cool.
If the virtual switch is off, it won't power off the printer, but it'll send me a text message.
Right. Hang on just a sec.
I think all my printers, it basically doesn't matter if it's on because it's not really running anything except for the LCD. And actually, one of them doesn't even have an LCD.
How did you post a link without the spanner?
Without what?
On my screen, you still don't have a spanner. The wrench, the mod.
Oh. Yeah,
but you posted a link.
It's magic.
Panels? Yeah, I don't get it either. Somehow, Google is like playing games with that. So you can.
Oh, and now that I've refreshed, it's gone. Oh, when I go back to live chat, I see it, but in top chat, I don't.
Correct.
That's weird.
That is weird.
I know, right?
Yeah, I was surprised to let me do it. I'm like, yeah, I'll just do it anyway. Try it.
Sorry, Greg, give me a minute.
Oh, no problem.
No problem at all.
Look at this. I'm almost ready.
Be legit. Oh, he does not have to set that to block it, is what Dan says.
Yeah, I didn't know that was an option.
Yeah, me neither.
So, yeah, the dark blue carbon fiber extreme PETG is $52.99 on sale. Apparently, it's normally $100.
What?
$99.99 crossed out with $52.99.
You know, I mean, I know it's nice, but I couldn't justify it.
I have some of the Atomic Cherry, and I really like it.
Didn't I'm pretty sure Josh had a sample of that one time in the Alien box.
I don't know.
The Atomic 3D, but I don't know if it was the CF stuff.
Yeah, I actually need to get back to printing marker holders for my wife, because if I get all the stuff done the next couple of weeks that I need to get done, she will be able to set up her drafting table and start painting again.
Oh, that's cool.
And she's long ago offered to paint my 3D prints for me. Some of them. Especially if it'll make money.
Yeah. Put it in your Etsy shop.
God, is my Etsy shop still even open?
I don't know. I figured you probably had one at one point.
Oh, dude, I've probably had a little bit of everything since one point.
I shut mine down.
Heck, I still have a GeoCities page.
Yeah. Yep. I've got one of those somewhere.
$50 yesterday.
What?
My Etsy just made another $50 yesterday.
Nice. What'd you sell?
Just a couple prints. Like
That's cool.
So he made about $38.50 American.
Yeah. Yeah. No, don't kill him. I can't get these little tiny screws and tiny little holes.
Oh, wow. I was real close. Right now, 50 Canadian would be $39.39.
Crazy.
Actually, after fees, you might be right about on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fees. Yeah, you gotta remember the friggin'
Those fees were what was. I hated it. They took out a lot.
Well, you know, it's like I kind of want to get my YouTube channel monetized, but at the same time, I don't want people doing super chats and losing up to 30% of it.
Yeah, that's nuts. 30%, man. Yeah, I'm still a ways away. I think I'm up to like maybe close to 250, not quite there, but
Oh,
I think you have to have
long
1,000 before you can start doing that. And I think
I only have 153 subscribers still.
it's 1,000, and you also
1,000
have
watch
to have
hours,
4,000 hours, right? Or is it? No, I think it's 4,000 watch hours. Because I just had the thing pop up today. I think it's 4,000 watch hours, 1,000 subscribers.
Monetization, 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watched.
Yep.
And my FPV channel has 13 subscribers, which is actually an increase. And
for you.
0 public watched.
Oh, that's not good. We gotta work on that.
Oh, I haven't posted any real content yet. And it's still processing that HD video.
Oh, the one you did earlier? Yeah, that's
yes.
Crazy. Wow. Was that 4K or?
I uploaded in 4K because of what I was reading.
Yeah. So I've only got 480 public watch hours, so I'm a long ways off.
So export media. What did I export it as? So custom 3840 by 2160. So yeah, that's 4K.
Does streaming count towards your watched hours?
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
Streaming counts a little bit. I don't think it's 1-for-1.
No.
But I do know on my Shop of Wonders channel, here, let me switch over to that. Switch account is on Shop of Wonders. So here I am at 698 public watch hours, and almost all of mine is streaming.
Yeah, I just started the streaming on mine, so mine's mostly content or pre-recorded.
So maybe plugging in the stepper drive motor plugs, the very last
nice.
Be plugging in. It's already mounted to the board.
Cool. And you've already made sure that they didn't swap the order of the drivers on you?
That's correct. And that one. And E was the last one. The last one goes in the Z because that's last. Bam! Black magic smoke pattern.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't forget to use your smoke stopper.
No thanks.
Yeah. I have to admit I've not tried that yet on my printer.
Did you see? Oh, wow. That would be interesting. I could try that. I have the ViFly one.
I'm sure you could, but I don't know.
I'll try that out when I get 24 volt. No, yeah, 26 says.
Yeah.
Because when I get the new ViFly that has the add-on capability, I'll try it with my old one. See what happens.
Yeah, I don't know I'm trying to figure that out. I'm guessing it, as long as you're not heating anything or moving any motors, you'd probably be under 2 amps.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy, because my printers, when printing and active, only use 180 to 220 watts.
Yeah, and it's 24 volts, so...
No, at 110, because I'm measuring from the Z-Wave outlet.
Right. You're on the AC side,
Yep. So, let's see here. Wants to
that's about 2. That'd only be about 2 amp at 110.
220, and voltage is 110.
Yeah.
Power factor is a 1-to-1. Calculate. So 2 amps.
That's what I just said.
Yep, you were right. 2 amps on the dot.
Yeah, and I figure, but yeah, on the DC side, you're going to get a little loss, but you're probably going to be at around maybe 10 amp, 8 to 10 amp, depending on, what you're pulling on the heat.
Oh, good point. Good point. So if we do that DC, it's still 220, so 24 volt. Calculate 9.16.
Yeah.
And I've never really paid attention to what it's at. I think it's at 40 watts when idle.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So 40 watts at idle is 1.66.
So as long as you're under 2 amp, which I think the Vilify will do, right?
Yeah,
it'll let you go up to 2.
The Vifly or whatever it is can do up to 2 amps. At 2 amps, it'll trip. Anything over 2 amps.
Yeah, so
you can actually choose 1 amp. Anything over 1 amp it'll trip, or anything over 2 amps and it'll trip.
Yeah. Yeah, so it could work. So Marcel, plug it in, man. You got an XT60 even. So that's the nice thing about the Enders is that they have the same connectors as a drone.
Yep.
For the power.
Except for almost all my quads are XT30.
Yeah, true. I wonder how long it's going to take Canada to adopt the remote ID. They're probably already talking about it, aren't they?
Yeah, cut and paste, man. They don't care.
We were ranting about that on my stream earlier. I don't know if you heard that.
Yay, he's got the board in.
Yep.
So I can come over here. We'll grab the share, grab that copy, go back over to Twitter. And we're going to come down here and enter at Greg. Let's tag people. Why not? I don't know. I don't think I have the other guy on Twitter. You don't use Twitter still, right, Marcel?
I have a Twitter account now. Yep.
I remember seeing him on there recently.
What is it?
Off axis, I think. Axis_off, I think is the stupid thing for it.
What did he say?
Axis_off.
Yeah.
No, that's not it. That's some Chinese thing. Let me see.
I don't use it really. I just post sometimes from Instagram.
I know I've seen it, but is it off-axis FPV for your name?
I don't think it has FPV, but it could be.
Oh, okay. See, yeah, I'm not seeing it. I'll retweet Zolan.
Yeah, I ain't finding it.
Yeah.
I ain't going to deal with it right now. I want to get this out here before you get the power plug back in.
Yeah.
What was that?
Well, I tweeted off-axis 3D / Marcel has the new Creality board in. Want to come see if it pops on power on?
See, with the case on there, you're not going to see the magic smoke as well.
Nope, and you won't be able to tell if it's marijuana or the
Probably should have had my sister watching since she's going to be doing this herself soon. Well, hopefully soon.
Are you mailing her the printer, the Ender?
I gotta take a look at what the shipping cost is going to be, because if the shipping cost is more than what I can get an Ender for,
yeah, true.
I'll just buy her an Ender and have it shipped to her.
I remember
but I
that.
can't do that. I can't do that for at least a month.
One time, I was on a stream and Jordan, Mad Monkey was like, "Oh man, my wheels broke or something." I was like, "Oh, I'll help you out. I got some old polycarbonate wheels I can send you." And then he's like, "Are you sure? Canadian shipping's not cheap." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, it won't be a problem." And then I was going to put them in an envelope and go ship them, and they wanted like 25 or maybe it's $20 to ship. I'm like, "What?" And these were like kind of
for $3 to $4 wheels.
Yeah, not even that. I mean, these were like the Banggood specials or whatever, or AliExpress or whatever. So then I was like, all right, well, I can't renege now because I already told them. So then I just went on Amazon, Canadian Amazon, and then I had the wheels. I just found the wheels, sent them for like $8 or something. So it's cheaper for me to buy them new and off of Amazon and ship them that way than across the border. Like, that's ridiculous. Hey, Shane.
Yeah, we got a Shane.
Oh, Llama's back too.
Yep. If you scroll up in the chat, you might see the link for the StreamYard. You really annoy him. Make him forget to do something by people joining the green room.
I am done.
Now you
Sweet.
think you're done.
So it blows up.
Hey, Kit.
Did you put the firmware on it yet, or does it already come with it?
It comes with 4.27 firmware on it, supposedly according to Chep. So I'm just going to
Nice.
work on what Chep did and just go from there.
That's cool. Yeah, he's I like Chuff's stuff. He's got a lot of good things going on. I always refer people to that channel, to his channel, when they're new.
Yep. One of my top threes. My top three in order is Edutech, Teaching Tech, and Chep. And that's what I give out to new people. And then after they get ready to throw their printer in the garbage, that's when I introduce them to the community and everybody else.
Yeah.
I was lucky. I got in before that.
all good, Kit.
Hey, Kit.
After I get some work done on the house tomorrow, if I make some progress, I'll be setting up to hop back in the game. I am back in the bubble. So
Back in the bubble.
Call you Bubble Boy.
well, that's what they in Elite Dangerous, where the different factions are, the planets and galaxies that they all work, not galaxies, the solar systems and stuff that they are battling over and everything else. They call that the bubble.
Mm.
Because you can, once you get outside of quote human controlled space, it can get a little interesting, but it can also get really boring.
Yeah.
Because it's space.
I did
And there's a lot
download
of
Elite Dangerous when they were when it was free.
Awesome. Hey Shane.
Hey, Shane.
What's up, homie?
How's it going?
Good, man. Almost done. Getting it set up and ready to go again.
Nice.
Oh, I thought it was just the banner doing that to you.
I know. I was wondering.
What's the banner doing?
Oh, they thought it was cutting me off, but I just had my mic pointing up too high.
Your
Mic,
camera.
Camera.
We're all a little out of it today.
Well,
Now we see a ceiling. Hey, that looks like my ceiling.
yeah. So that's what I've been working on for the last couple days.
I see them.
What is
Hey
it?
Groucho.
It's a DDR pad.
Oh, nice. For like,
Part of it- part of
Dance
his-
Dance Revolution. Dance Revolution.
Part of your resolution for the year.
Yeah, try to be less fat.
So what are you playing on, Xbox or PC?
PC, it's a program called Stepmania. It's an
Oh, okay.
emulator for the Konami DDR.
Yeah, that's what we had on Xbox.
Yeah, I found a website. I found
And
a
powered
website.
up.
Oh, nice.
Nice. No magic smoke that we can see.
But he's looking at it odd.
Yeah.
You smell a burnt smell?
Looking, yeah. You can hear the steppers engage as soon as it turned on, which is good.
That's good.
So now you do an auto home to make sure it homes correctly with your hand on the power button, so that way you can quickly turn it off in case something goes wrong.
Just let it grind a little bit. That's what I do. Break in those stepper motors.
So Kit's saying he has a pair of barely used PS2 DDR pads
Ooh,
that he's willing to send people.
there you go.
Yeah, and Stepmania is really nice. There's even a website where you can just download random songs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good. It's Stepmania Online or something along those lines.
I could never do those games.
Mm-hmm.
As
Yeah.
it speeds up, my dyslexia will start kicking in, and I'll get my left and right foot mixed up.
Yeah, this is what I'm using right now, and
Yeah.
it's from the era
Something like
of the
Oh,
era.
wow.
So it's got GameCube, PS2, and Xbox.
That's cool.
Yeah, one of the buttons is starting to fail on it. So
I haven't seen it move yet.
Well, now they have you hold the controllers.
Really?
Like all the newer ones, yeah.
That's messed up.
I guess I'm thinking more of the Wii and the what's the new one? Not the Wii.
Oh yeah, they have hand tracking or controller tracking, so that way they can have you do things with your upper body as well.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep. That makes sense.
Yeah, the
Groucho, this is a new his newer channel. That's why you probably weren't subbed.
And the buttons that I'm doing, they're actually resistive buttons. So you start off with something similar to like what you would normally have on a button. So you have the zigzag, so that'll be on the bottom. Carbon filter, so that'll be in the middle. And then here, you put it in series, in parallel. Yeah, series. I think with with a 10K resistor, and it puts it right in the range, so you can do the so zigzags. That. Then the top side has a bit on top,
just to make the connection.
Yeah, so it's basically like a variable resistor. And that's what this is very similar to what is used in the real, like the ones that you see in the thing. It's like the
arcade.
Yeah, the arcade version. It's like basically this, but it's like really small.
It's a lot heavier duty. Yeah,
it's about that wide and about that tall. But those are like something like $100 a piece, and you need 2 of them for each pad. Yeah, and this is tin foil, some spray glue, and I think this is the most expensive part at like $10.
Yeah, it'll probably be fine for your use.
Yeah.
Groucho, my second attempt at a 25-minute benchy failed at the same place in the same exact manner. Slicer bug or driver getting hot.
Yeah, and this is my
oh, cool.
My arts and crafts was cutting those out.
Did he just flip us off? No.
It was pointing down. He's fine.
I know. There you go. That's what I saw. Groucho, it could be either one.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the quick test would be to try a different slicer.
Well, that wouldn't be that quick if you have to wait 25 minutes to find out.
No, that's true. No. 25-minute total.
Oh, that's
we don't know where it failed.
Short benchy.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people who are getting into the speed benchy runs.
Yep.
Wow, X shifted the distance of the wheelhouse frame twice. So
that sounds like a belt issue to me.
Yeah, it sounds like a loose belt.
Yeah, tighten that puppy up.
Now the question is when you say it shifted, did it shift too far or not enough?
Yeah.
Somebody really does need to pull out a guitar tuner for an acoustic and find out what tone the belt should be at for tightness.
Yeah, and also doing a tutorial on how to actually do it with a guitar tuner, because that's one of the problems with the rail cores. They're like, oh, you got to tune it to this, and it's like, how? Every single one that I've used, it picks up the fan.
No. You need to go out and pick up here. Let me get you a link to it.
Just play the tone and
that's the thing. Everyone says, "Oh, just get it for your phone and just set it on the frame and do this." It's like
no,
not even close.
Don't do the phone route. Do not do the phone route.
Well, if you can hear it, it's easier just to play
but if he's got too much ambient noise around.
Yeah.
And plus the reflections. Get something like the Snark SN8 instrument tuner. It's a clip-on, and it works off the vibration.
So where would you clip that onto? The frame of the machine or onto
any of the extrusions?
On any of the extrusions? Okay.
Yep.
Because it'll resonate.
Yeah, because this is that's what I use for my. I put the link in the regular chat. That's what I use to tune all my acoustic guitars, and it literally you just clip it to the headstock, and it works off the vibration of the whole guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause that was one of the frustration things with building that printer was trying to get somebody to explain me how to actually get that work, because I basically eventually set up a video showing them that just going all crazy, showing me all these different notes just from the fans running that I have in the basement.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could give that a shot.
I don't know. I don't think you can really I mean, you can over tighten, but I usually
Yeah, I was having printing problems that turned out to be just a terrible printer design. It wasn't actually anything wrong with anything wrong with the components or how tight I had it. It was actually the fact that the bottom of the bed was twisted like this, which so it caused binding in the bed, so that was causing my Z banding.
Is that?
I've seen guys using the wrong kind of belts, like the steel reinforced belts instead of the fiberglass. That causes a problem too.
Oh, it's your camera mount. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a gooseneck.
Well, look, what the heck is he playing with?
Oh, we're gonna watch it print.
Oh! Instead of Chris's basement, it's Marcel's room.
I can see a Coca-Cola in the background.
Yep.
And there's some reefer right behind it. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, it's probably in the container next to the Coca-Cola.
It's like a Boulevard, and what it is, it's actually it's like A535 or whatever. It's actually a bar that you actually.
Oh, nice. I just saw Bud, so I was like, oh, I wonder what kind of Bud that is.
Inside. And yeah, it's just like a roll-on.
Oh, that's cool.
Back sometimes. And then this is a cannabis pain salve, which is kind of except for this is more like put on your fingertips and put on.
Oh, nice.
A lot of what's it called? Got coconut oil, shea butter, beeswax. That's what you see in there, beeswax. Smells good. Here we go.
Did you do an auto home already, or?
Yep.
Okay, I missed it. I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry. Yep, that's good.
It's allowed.
And yeah, it's quieter.
Yeah, I can't hear it. Not really.
It's actually bigger. It's printing it bigger. It's the problem I'm seeing right now is it's too far to the left.
Yeah, is that like it does like a double?
Right on the edge.
You need him. So no, he needs to edit his start G code.
Yeah.
So that way that purge line's a little closer, a little more on the bed.
Yeah.
Old curmudgeon, are you using like a Raspberry Pi or anything like that? I'm just
kind
of curious.
Good point.
Oh yeah, the Pi might not be able to keep up.
If he's the Pi can keep up. It's the USB buffer that can't keep up.
Right.
Yeah, he could be basically just overheating the USB controller on the thing if it's happening about the same time.
Okay.
It's so quiet.
Clipper, I have no clue. It could be anything when you involve Clipper.
Yeah, it's another.
I'm still learning Clipper.
Yeah, you'd have to get a hold of Zachmon. He's a little bit better at.
The problem is it could actually cause a shift because if the buffer dumps, you lose those steps.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. Because that's one of the things that I ran into with the Raspberry Pis and running octoprint is if I'm it'll just like start just printing off in a random direction. And
I've never had that with any of mine.
I've had it happen on the 8-bit board, but not any of the 32-bit boards.
I'm on all 32 bits, so yeah, that's probably why.
So there's another question. What is your control board? Like the buffering issue people talk about. I had that issue once on the 8-bit board when doing circles.
You guys hear that?
Barely.
A little bit, yeah, tiny bit.
Just a fan, though, right?
Yeah.
No, I hear a stepper, but I'm real sensitive to high pitch.
I hear it too, but very little.
I also got a printer going on in the background here, so let me.
Yeah.
Oh, it could be. Yeah.
Here, give me 2 seconds. Mute. I can kind of barely hear it.
I can hear it, but it's so much better than it was.
I just hear the retraction on the extruder. That's all I heard.
Exactly, that's what it is. Yeah.
Yep.
You can see the line go back and forth.
Which that's probably not even set to silent. That's probably stealth chop.
Oh, good point.
What's that mean?
Stealth chop, when you hit over a certain speed, you're like that right there. That motion you just heard right there, that was you kicking into the printer kicking into stealth chop because it's going over a certain speed.
Ah.
So, when your print head moves real quick, you'll hear it, but when it's moving slow like it is now, you won't.
Yeah, you won't. It automatically knows when to turn it on and off.
Sure.
Because you want the power. Because the spread cycle.
Yes, spread cycle versus silent. Correct.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay, and so Curmudgeon is running an MKS Gen L, which means no, it is not the buffering issue. Especially if you up the buffer. So you up the buffer size in Clipper, but did you up the buffer size in Octoprint talking to Clipper?
Hmm.
Or does it go the other way around? I always get that messed up. No. Clipper talks to the printer. Octoprint talks to Clipper. Yep. Yep, that's correct, Mama. Yeah, because my printer, my Franken Ender, as I call it, it will make noise when I'm printing anything faster than 100 millimeters a second.
Yeah.
And I normally print between 85 to 125, depending on what I'm doing.
I run all mine at 60. Except the Prusa Mini. And I'll let go a little higher, but that thing ghosts like crazy. I probably should slow it down. But any Prusa does.
Fastest I've printed so far on my Franken Ender is 175 millimeters a second. But my hot end, my Hemera, was having a real hard time keeping up with that.
Major wobble on that.
That's why my ghosting wasn't bad at all, considering.
No.
The problem is I was printing PLA at 260C to keep up.
Oh yeah, jeez. Yeah, temperature becomes a problem at that speed, unless you got a volcano.
Yeah, and actually I'm thinking about for the Ender extender that with the Hemera, I'm thinking about swapping out the nozzle and the heat block to a super volcano, so that way I can do those high speeds on it. Since I'll be printing, really large things on it.
Sliced at 150 is what he did.
Okay, so if you're running at 150 millimeters a second, I would check your heat sinks on your drivers.
Yeah.
That extruder driver and your Y-axis driver, depending on your infill.
Well, he said it was the X, right? It sounded like it might be the X.
Oh, yes, his X is skipping.
Yeah, It's probably the X. I could see that because there's a lot of, moves on the X, because usually the benchy is longer on the X-axis if you print it, the way it's laid out.
That makes sense. So it looks like it's working, Marcel.
Beauty. I'm super stoked. Now I got to fix my king room.
You got to fix your what?
My king room, smaller one that I had a while back. It keeps clogging up the nozzle, and not clogging really, but
the other printer.
The little guy. My king rod is basically what's happening is at a certain point, it seems to be releasing the Capricorn tube that's going inside the hot end, because I'm getting filament leaking through the block and the tube that goes through the hot end. So it's leaking before the nozzle, like it's above the nozzle, like not nozzle connection, but so it's having a rough time.
So Shane, you're who bought his Hemeras?
Yeah, mine, and is getting the other one. So
okay.
Yeah, the Montech on my rail core shit the bed again, so it's just having problems extruding. I'm done with it, so
I need to buy two more Chimeras before I start building my tool changer, but I'm not going to build the tool changer until probably 2022. So by then there might be a better option than the Chimera even. And yes, I know, Llama, you think there is already better options, whatever.
The Omnia drop. He's going to mention it any moment.
Yeah.
I almost got one. I just can't spend that much though on an extruder, since I already bought the Chimeras. I think it's more than the Chimera. It's like almost
there it is. Omnia drop. Actually, at one point, I thought for the tool changers, rather than going Chimeras, going with like a Mosquito or something with a bunch of Zesties.
Yeah, you're just asking for trouble.
No. Zesty's doing the mod though that runs that little tiny motor.
Yeah, a little tiny NEMA 8.
Tiny stepper, yeah.
Yeah.
Who was showing us that the other day? Somebody was it?
Yeah, it was Zach Mon.
Yeah, it was Zach.
Oh yeah, so you got to change the potentiometer on this kit. Oh, that's kit though. Yeah,
that's kit. Yeah.
Yeah. 1A. It's different with TMC. You don't have to go quite 1 amp.
Yeah, that's the other thing. And again, if I'm not going to start building until 2022 because I have to build a CNC and a couple other things first, it works out because there'll be lots of newer things happening over the next year.
Yep.
And who knows? By 2022, I may say screw that and just pick myself up an Elgo Saturn or something.
Well, he's 750. I'd probably try it at I'd probably try 850. See what that does. If that fixes it.
Yeah. I think I have all my steppers running at 800.
Yeah.
Also, too, if you're running into a heat issue, make sure that the heat sinks are on there well, and then maybe throw a fan.
Yep.
Throw a fan right on it, and just see if that helps before changing anything. Do a temp thing just to make sure, just throw a fan on there. If it fails again, then maybe bump it up. But
M502. How do you pull the temp? TMC, G code, Marlin.
What are you looking for?
Temperature. There's a G code. There's a G code you can toss out that'll tell you what your TMC driver temperature is.
503, M503 will.
Right, but not return everything, just the stepper.
I think you can check it right in the current, or in the, yeah, you're right. There is one for, but you can, there's a menu. I think you went in there to check it, so.
M105. Oh wait, no. M105 is hot end temperature. Gah!
There's a M907.
You guys think if I put the Ender 3 Max firmware that's on the website there onto this board, it will print better or the same?
I'm having a real hard time understanding him. Would you say?
I said, do you guys think if I change the firmware on this, it would make it better or the same?
I would leave it alone for now. That way you can identify 100% that it is working as expected. You know, multiple prints over time, and then maybe play with the firmware in a week or so.
Is Creality still disabling the min temp?
Oh, that's a good point. No, you're running Chip's firmware though, aren't you?
Me? I don't know what that is. It came with the board. I have no idea. Chip's firmware? No, I didn't.
Oh, so no. So you're running the Creality firmware that shipped with the board.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would probably. I mean, I don't trust Creality.
I don't either.
So I would probably.
And it was running fine on the 4.22. So.
Oh. Yeah, they just never enabled the thermal runaway. So if your thermistor ever went flaky, or you could burn your house down.
Oh, nice.
There it is. M code 122. M122S1 will enable TMC debugging, and then you can just type in M122, and you can toss on the a parameter of EIS or whatever to dump out just the stats for that one stepper if you want.
Oh, really?
Just dropped a link into the chat for the Marlin page on the G-code I'm talking about. But that tells you pretty much everything. Except temp. I don't see temp. How did I get the temperature? Oh, you can't get the actual temperature. All you can get is the OT pre-warn.
Yeah.
Whether or not it's done in over temperature or not.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Oh, hang on.
It does seem quieter.
Hey, Sean, welcome back.
Sorry. My dad was on the phone. It was a longer conversation than I thought.
Don't be sorry. Yeah, sounds like nothing, man. The fan is basically all here in my corner, but
Yeah.
I mean, once I have all 3 printers running again, I'm really not going to hear it, so it doesn't really matter.
Right.
I kind of wish we want to switch, though. I kind of like having it on sometimes when like people come over. They're like, "Oh, cool, man," and then you turn it off so it's silent. That'd be sweet.
Right. So did you have to put any firmware, or is this the stock firmware off the card?
This is stock firmware right on the board, so yeah. I auto-homed it and then started to print.
Nice.
I know everybody and their brother would say, "Hey, you shouldn't have leveled it and checked it." But this thing is actually pretty solid, and the springs on it are really nice and solid. Like I haven't had to adjust it at all, really.
Yeah, I like it. I like the yellow springs on it.
From the parts that you showed me earlier, that you just pulled off of it, even. Sorry.
I agree.
Anyways, sorry. The one of the girl dogs that we have here, the one that we're breeding, he decided that she will overdrink water, go to eat a couple bites of food, and then barf it all up.
Yeah. My dog's done that many times.
Yikes.
So, what was I saying? The quality, the print quality that you showed us earlier, I really wouldn't change much.
No.
But at the same time, I would not be comfortable running a printer not knowing if thermal runaway works or not.
Oh.
You can check it real easily. Just when you're done with this one, turn it off, unplug the thermistor, and then try to turn on the...
and try to do a print.
Yeah, and just try to print and see what it does. If it doesn't give you an error, then you know it's not enabled.
Interesting.
Creality's famous for not enabling it.
Yeah, which makes no sense, but...
OT pre-warn. If that is true, on has been triggered, that means your stepper overheated. There you go. Or stepper driver.
So I learned something kind of interesting today. I got to find out who I need to contact over there, but there's a place that's actually fairly local that does model aircraft stuff. And apparently they might also do FPV kind of stuff there too.
Is it an AMA field?
I have no idea what that is, but they have their own little airfield and everything.
Yeah, most likely it's probably not real great for drone guys.
No,
a lot of the AMA fields are people that have been flying planes since the 40s or 50s.
Yeah.
Right? So, but it's worth checking out. Usually the drone guys are at a park or a playground or
Well, I've got airports all over the place over here, so if I were to fly on public land, I have to go 20 miles out of town.
Oh,
30 miles.
So that's probably your best option.
Yeah. And it's far enough out of town, away from the other airports, that it should be fine out that way.
What city are you in?
Green Bay.
Oh,
wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
Austin Straubel's in that perfect spot and then there's a skydiving airport that's barely used just north of that. That's caused all sorts of problems if you want to go up towards the public land that's out that way.
Wow.
If you go east, it's all farmland until you get up to like near Door County, and then it's then there's some public land up that way, but you're still 30, 40 miles out.
Huh.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't think I know anybody from Green Bay that flies FPV, but looks like they have a drone area user group, but they're based on their a quick Google. It looks like they're all DJI pilots.
Right.
I
Yeah.
don't see them with goggles. So
Not a bad thing.
So that was another thing dealing with the drone rules, the new regulations. They've apparently killed the ability for you to make your own airfields.
no, they were going to, but they relaxed that. They took it out of the official rule. The FRIA zones. You're talking
Yes,
about?
except
Yeah.
they took out the language on how to register a new one.
Oh,
The language is no longer there.
Huh.
interesting. Because I had heard that. Well, it was that video I sent you earlier.
Yep.
But he had said it was still in there. I didn't look at the language though.
How do you spell that again? The type of field?
FRIA.
Thank you.
Ours in Canada is called the MAC field.
It's kind of funny. The one that we have for that is right next to the airport.
Yeah, so is ours.
It's like a
Less than a
really,
mile.
yeah. This is even less than a mile of a mile. It's like it's
Yep.
literally right next to the tower.
Yeah.
I'm
What-
like,
what-
are you kidding?
What city are you in?
Pocatello,
Okay, yeah, I'm not familiar.
Idaho.
Yeah. I'm in Toledo, Ohio area, and yeah, it's crazy. I mean, then they fly F-16s
Right?
right out of there, and we're like, oh, check that out, and commercial as well. So,
Wow.
but
So
we've got an agreement. So
I'm only doing this because he's in Idaho, and and no, it's not. I could go down the line of politics too because of someone who's from there. I grew up in Alaska. That's I'll leave it at that. But you are in a state that does the same thing that my state does.
Mm-hmm.
I live outside of a town that is spelt Prague,
oh yeah,
but do not dare pronounce it Prague. It's Prague.
Yeah.
yeah,
Kind of like how you don't pronounce it Moscow, it's Moscow.
Right.
yep. Oh, we have that here all over the place. And people from my part of the state will say, that state out west spelled Oregon. How would you say that?
Say what?
How would you guys pronounce Oregon?
Oregon.
Origin?
Yeah, Oregon, right? That's how I would say it. But I'm not from
Oregon.
there. They
Everybody
say Oregon.
Yeah.
Yes, Oregon.
well,
I'm like, oh.
We also have Miami. Instead of Miami, but it's spelled Miami.
We got Nevada. I kid you not, Nevada.
Yep, Nevada. Yep, I've heard of Nevada, Ohio.
Oh man.
Well, a big one here is our capital city here, which is everybody says Boise.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not Boise. There's no fucking Z in that word at all.
What is it, boys?
Boise.
Boise. Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, I've always heard it's called Boise.
and everybody does.
By
So,
the-
like, there's hardly anybody that doesn't say it. Right?
Yeah. Boise.
It isn't New Orleans, it's New Orleans.
Right.
Nolans. It's Nolans if you're from Louisiana.
Mhm.
Nolans. I used to live there.
No.
Well, not Nolans, but
I
Shreveport.
worked at First Step Internet for a while in Moscow, Idaho.
Oh, okay. Nice.
well,
Yeah,
apparently,
I lived in Puyallup and I worked in Moscow.
I live
apparently the reason they named all these cities with those names is they thought it was like exotic back in the 30s and 40s
Right.
to name them after other countries.
right.
So, like, really?
Moscow's pretty small.
It's a college town.
Yeah.
Not Puyallup, Pullman.
Pullman. Okay, yeah. I was like, wow, you drove all the way from Seattle to.
No. But I lived in Puyallup at one point for like a couple months too. But so, Pullman, Washington, is one of the state colleges. Moscow, Idaho, is one of the state colleges, and they are literally right next to each other on the border.
Yep.
So, back in the early 2000s, there was a study released that showed that those two college towns together drank the most beer out of anywhere else in the U.S.
Yep. Wow.
Even more than most places in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And people drink a lot here.
Yeah, they were rated the number one party school in the nation in like, what was it, 98 or something like that. So
I one point before I got the job at First Step Internet, I ended up working at one of the grocery stores in Pullman during the frickin' is it the Apple or the Orange Bowl? One of the two.
Yeah, Orange Bowl.
And that was a nightmare.
Yeah.
Trying to keep that beer cooler stocked.
Yep.
I can't even tell at this point.
Oh, that's right. Curmudgeons and Clipper. I don't know what the command is in Clipper to pull the TMC values. Oh, I didn't think about that.
Ooh, shit, no.
Clipper.
So what about strange town names? We have a few here in Wisconsin because of all the
No. There's a reason I wasn't talking to you, Shane. I'll be in Fond du Lac next year. This year at some point. So I know all about the messed up names up there.
Saskatoon, Saskatchewan.
Wyuega. Saki.
Yeah, they're really messed up there.
Yeah, if you're going to Fond du Lac, let me know. That's actually not far from here.
Oh, wow.
Like about 45-minute drive.
Oh, wow.
Oh, cool. So you're near Appleton?
I'm north of Appleton. Green Bay is north of Appleton. It's 30 minutes.
Yeah, north.
Yeah, I'm 30 minutes from Appleton, and then it's like another 15 minutes.
Okay, so when I'm out there, I'll be doing a bunch of brewery hopping, if COVID's not an issue. So we hit Appleton quite a bit and a bunch of other areas. So if my friend and I, when we're there, start to do that drive, I'll send you a ping.
All right, sounds good.
Hey Shane, do you normally make it out to Murph when it's not COVID?
I made it out there the last time it happened, so 2019. I went out there. So, yeah.
I'm wondering if they're gonna have it again.
The command is this. Here you go, Groucho. I just found it. It's called dump TMC.
Ooh, geez. I never would have guessed that.
Yeah, neither would have I.
Murph 2021. I'm Googling it now.
Yeah, they say they're going to have it, but it's not going to happen. It's way too soon.
Yeah, because that's what, normally March, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they were going to have it April last year, so.
Yeah. Man, that's going to be a bummer missing Murph 2 years in a row. Because I'm a little too far to go to Earth. It's about, I think, like 8 hours to Earth, but it's only 2.5, not even 2.5 to Murph for me.
Yeah, it's about a five and a half hour drive for me, so it's not too bad.
I think I figured it out. Murph would be 12 to 13 hour drive for me.
Oh, that's nothing for you, Zolan.
I know. So, Sean, I drove to Scottsdale, Arizona, and back, which is 14 hours one way in one weekend, twice.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that was for the dog breeding, right?
Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly right. For the girl that we have here.
Yeah. Wow.
One lucky dog.
Yeah. I don't know, the car ride.
Yep, and I have a couple, now that I'm getting better at editing my videos again, I actually have some videos from when I was in Arizona and everything else I need to clip together.
Nice. Did that one upload the rest of the way?
It's uploaded. It's just still in standard def.
Oh, okay.
Hang on. Refresh. Yay! It's high def now. Cool.
Okay.
So now let me go actually visit the video.
Right.
Make sure it actually shows up. God. Okay, yes, I get it. You've got all these new features. Piss off.
Yeah, right.
A
Yes.
random thought I had for old curmudgeon.
1080p is available now. Good.
Okay.
It's exactly what I wanted.
Nice.
I just looked up the board. Something else that you could try is try switching the X and the Y driver and see if your problem switches from X to Y. Maybe a driver.
What is he going to do with? Oh, you mean actually pull the driver off the board?
Yeah,
and swap
just switch the two drivers because maybe the driver itself is going bad. Just a random thought I had. Because when I was doing the mostly printed CNC, that's what I kept having happen was one of the drivers kept dying. So
yeah,
but they were the super cheap ramps board thing that I bought a long time ago. So no surprise there.
So did Marcel leave us, or?
Nope, I'm still here. I'm just working on the King run real quick.
Did anybody understand that?
He's working on the King rune.
Ah,
He's still
okay.
there.
Hey, Zolan, that footage looks pretty good.
Is my audio not very good or something? What's up?
It's just muffled.
Yeah, it's.
You need to get yourself a Lavelle mic.
Yeah.
You need a good computer too.
Yeah.
I just bought this one for $35. It actually works pretty good.
Yeah. So it cost him about 50 plus shipping.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I keep forgetting that. Canada.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought about buying something for him and having it sent to my dad's house, and then having my dad drive to the Canadian border and just toss it over.
Right. Catch.
Yeah.
How about now? Is the audio better now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Best I got.
So yes, I went and grabbed Maker Muse's music.
I gotta get something to drink.
So yeah, I've been just putting off doing this next part because it's gonna be a pain. I have to glue these onto the board.
What is it?
These pieces.
Oh,
I gotta glue them down.
Yeah.
And the glue the load of glue that I have left is like this really cheap stuff. I should see if I have some Elmer stuff because that's.
I know I need to put a filament sensor on this thing.
What are you printing there?
Oh, score.
I am printing one piece of the Pictroid. It's actually one of the bottom pieces as well.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's cool.
Anybody ever use these on their Ender?
Oh, the tensioning thing?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Nope.
I'm excited to try it.
Actually, the reason I don't use mine is because what did I do? I messed around with mine because I put a Hammer on it and I needed to get some additional distance. So,
Right.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, is that the stock there?
No, that's the adjustable one too.
Oh, that's
That's the adjustable.
Yeah. So
for the
one
Pro.
for the Y, and
yeah.
one for the X.
And there's your X.
Yep.
I have those on almost all of my Enders.
Do you? You like
I
them?
love them.
Okay.
Love them.
Yeah,
One thing
you really can't make the belts too tight on the Enders.
One thing one thing you're going to want to do or at least I did, is pop off the bolt and put a secondary nut on it so you can put a stop on it.
Oh, okay.
It'll keep it from trying to loosen up over time.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Yeah, when I first got mine, I had problems with belt skipping, and I couldn't ever get it tight enough and work right. Couldn't hold the one for the X-axis and try to tighten it up right. So kept having that one slip. So I got to change the belts and put those on it too. So.
I'm hoping this little printer will stop jamming on me because it prints so nice for such a long time. And then it just starts pouring out of the block.
Was that on your other one?
The Kingware, yeah. Yeah, I'm just putting it back together right now.
Oh, I see.
I'd change the camera, but then it would be a different stream.
Right.
Could log in with another camera, another phone.
Oh, what's he building there?
This is
it's a homemade. Oh, you've got your headset on still. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. It's a DDR pad for a game called Step Mania, which is a what's it called? A kind of like an emulated version of the Konami DDR. Like you go to like a arcade.
Right.
So it's basically that. So, and
Cool.
these are actually I can explain to you because I think you were gone when I was explaining it. So the little zigzaggy pieces, those are the bottom plates.
Okay.
So just like how you normally make a button. So it'll be
Okay.
a zigzag. The middle will have a carbon filter.
Huh.
So this is basically like the inside of a resistor.
Uh-huh.
And then the top has foil on it as well.
Huh.
And when you compress it, you get a basically a variable resistor.
Okay. Yeah. That's cool.
That's how the real DDR pads are kind of like, is they have a resistor, like a variable resistor type thing.
Gotcha. That's cool.
Yeah, so this has been my hell for like the last couple days. So
I bet.
I'm gonna drop off, so I don't know if somebody else wants to get in here. But
Okay.
All right,
Take care, Greg.
Have a good one.
see you guys
Hey, Greg.
later. Adios.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks.
Lots of trees. And boom. So yeah, at 1 minute, just after 1 minute in, I did hit the van.
What did you do?
Smacked right into the upper corner of the driver's side.
Oops.
Not enough throttle. Yep.
Well, you had enough
No.
throttle. You just didn't use enough throttle.
Yep. Well, it's also the first time. So this is the second time ever flying this. It's not a quad. Flying the hexacopter.
Right. Yeah.
And the first time flying it with a camera, an additional camera on it.
Oh, okay.
So
a little bit of weight
completely new.
Yep.
Whereas I'm used to flying just the base model Explorer LR with no added camera.
Right.
And one thing I'll give the Hexplorer, the hexacopter.
Uh-huh.
You punch it, it moves.
Oh yeah, it's gone.
But I'm so used to the 4 versus 6 that what I was trying to do was actually tilt myself right before the corner, and I was going to try to race down the corner of the van.
Oh, okay.
And I forgot which one I was flying.
It happens. You're liking it though, right?
The Hex?
Yeah.
My only complaint about it is the flight controller is an F4, whereas if you got the DJI model, it would have come with an F7.
Oh, I see.
The F7 also has a barometer.
Oh, okay.
And it has iNav firmware that you can get.
Right. That's what you're saying. Okay.
So at some point, I'm gonna swap out the the flight controller that's on it for the F7 version.
Yeah. I've been liking the F7 flight controllers a lot. So
because again, if I can do waypoint navigation, I'm happy.
Right.
I don't know if you were here when I was showing off the Octo I'm building.
Yeah, I saw that. That's pretty cool. How do you like it? Well, I know the yaw is like
insane.
Yeah. Like, holy crap, slow down.
Yeah. This is so that one Octo that Delib or whatever Rotor Riots were trying out about a year and a half ago.
Right.
That's the same. It's the same guy who made this frame.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, when Delib got hold of it, it was insane.
Yeah. They liked it
until he broke it.
Yeah. I remember that. What did he do? Did he try to go down the stack, or how did he break it?
He missed a gap.
Oh,
and
that's right.
Slammed it into a tree at almost full speed.
That's right.
I agree. Yeah.
Broke 2 of the arms off or something like that.
Yep. Yeah, he broke a bottom and a top arm.
Yeah.
and since the top arms are actually part of the whole frame, and the bottom arms are part of its frame.
Right.
You know, you basically have 2 plates.
Yep.
And the arms are part of the plates. And that's it.
Yep. It was done.
Well, it's what he does. You know.
Yeah. He always,
once he gets his hands on it, something's going to break.
Yep.
He makes good content.
What was that?
Makes good content.
Yes, makes good content. That's kind of why I left me hitting the van in the video.
Yeah, right. Yeah, makes good content.
I did cut out of the video how long it took me to find the thing.
Oh, wow.
Because I hit the front of the van and I found it behind it.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
It flipped all the way over the top, huh?
Yep. And that is a high top extended.
Wow. Wow.
I was booking.
Yeah, you hit it hard.
Nothing broke.
Wow. That's awesome.
I almost cried because I thought I destroyed the action cam that I just got.
Right. Huh.
I need to see if I can conforma code it though.
Conformal code it? Is that what you said?
Yep.
Yeah.
I try to conforma code all of my quads because I want them to last if I lose it and can't go retrieve it that day.
Right. I've lost 1 quad so far.
Same.
I was racing and the video went completely out because one of my other buddies plugged in at the same time.
Ooh.
We were on different channels, but for some reason that time, because we did it like 3 or 4 times and it was fine.
Right.
For some reason that time it took my video and I had no idea. And I out of weird instinct, I accidentally throttled up and it went straight up in the air because it's a racer. So, and then I have no idea where it went. I have absolutely no clue.
I have a JB Xylo build that I did that I put an aftermarket different camera in because the camera that shipped with it fried because, well, Get FPV wasn't telling people to use a different voltage.
Right.
I was flying over some trees on my property on the if you're looking out the back door on the left-hand side, and I decided I was going to do a forward flip and come back.
Oh, okay.
And right as I did the flip to look straight down at the tree I was over, the camera went out.
Oh, shit. Oh, God.
So I quickly flipped it to angle mode, gave it a little bit more throttle, thinking maybe I just lost the video, couldn't see it, still had no video, no clue where it was, so I killed it.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know where it is. It's out in my woods somewhere. And this was two months ago.
Oh wow. Yeah.
It's still out there,
Yeah.
but I did conforma code it.
Yeah. So it's probably fine. Battery's
it's
probably full, but
oh yeah, I'm sure the battery's toast. But I have major back issues. It's the only reason I haven't found it yet.
yeah, I understand.
I was actually trying to get the jello fixed in my Beta FPV, my Beta 85X, because I was going to fly it through the trees because it's smaller,
right?
And maybe be able to see where it is. But since it's analog, I can't see the branches,
right?
So I'm going to have to hoof it.
Put a naked GoPro on it, and then just take footage and see what you can see.
I actually tried that with the regular Flywoo. I belted a Seiko camera to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Pointed straight down and did a bunch of flybys and never saw it.
Still never saw it. Wow. Huh.
What I really need to do is hope that the battery is still good on the tile that I glued to the carbon frame.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then take one of my junk phones, put it in a Ziploc bag, strap it to the hex, because the hex is going to have enough lift.
Right.
And fly over the trees until I get a ping.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, that might work pretty well.
But it'll be what it'll be. One of these days, one of these months, I'll find it.
Yeah, I bet you'll find it.
It sounds like though you probably lost yours at like a park or public land somewhere.
It was public land out in the field. Like there's railroad tracks. There's a ditch next to it. There's a bunch of big trees. Like I have no flipping idea. And there's a field next to it too, and it hasn't been ever taken care of. So the grass is really tall, and so yeah, it could be anywhere. And coming from high up and falling down, if it hit inside that grass, it's at the very, very bottom of the grass. And being a racer, it didn't really have much on it, so it's just the flight controller and the motors ESCs, and so no GPS, no buzzer, no anything like that. So
yeah, actually that experience has made it so every single quad that I fly near those trees gets a GPS and gets a buzzer.
Right. I hear you.
Might as well. It's not that expensive to put on an FPV.
No.
I actually have 5 brand new ViFly buzzers with their own battery backup and everything, just like what's on the Flywoo Explorers.
Yep.
That I'm putting on almost all my quads.
Yeah. I got the battery operated one on my long range ones, and and then just a regular buzzer on my freestyle ones.
Yeah, again, because of my back.
Yeah.
I went with the battery backup once. That way, if I can't get out there that day, it's still beeping.
Right. I got you. Yeah, I understand back pain. My back was broken when I was 17, and it's still broken today. So on the L4, I got 2 breaks on it.
I got 2 remodeled compression fractures that that'll never fully heal.
Right.
7 herniated discs, upper lower scoliosis.
Oh, yeah, that's way worse.
And possible signs of degenerative bone disease, narrowing of the spinal column.
Oh man, wow, narrowing even? How'd that happen?
Down the center column. Genetics.
Oh, okay, all right.
Mom's got the same issue.
Oh, okay. I thought it was from the brakes or the discs and stuff, but
no, genetics. No, but that makes the discs and everything worse.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, and I never really noticed until I got much older and AKA started working at a desk job for 12 plus hours a day.
Yeah, sitting there. Yep. Just compressing that spine. Damn it.
Yep. Well, no, I used to do a lot of martial arts and walking and stuff, and I don't do it anymore. So all the muscles that I had supporting my back are gone.
Right. Yeah.
Is what it is. Part of life.
Yep.
Yeah, I got some nice nighttime things now, thanks to it.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm sorry, Groucho. I kind of know what that's like because my mom, with all of her issues as well, she was driving a Jeep Grand Cherokee and she got hit hard enough that the whole engine compartment shifted 3 inches.
Ooh.
From right to left.
Wow.
And again, just like Groucho here, no insurance, no license for the person that hit her.
God, that sucks.
Oh wow. That filament Frenzy just posted, the Voodoo Vibe. Wow.
Looks pretty.
Oh yeah. It's pearlescent almost.
Oh really? Oh wow.
It's a dark blue and blacks.
Uh-huh.
With like a purple pearlescent effect happening.
Oh wow. Wow. You can see all the cool shit.
It's on Twitter.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, the one that was 7 hours ago?
Yeah.
Yep.
That looks nice.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty.
I don't do Twitter, so.
Oh. I have found, I didn't used to do Twitter until I got into 3D printing.
Oh, okay.
And a very large portion of the maker community is on Twitter.
Are they?
Yep.
Figures.
Yeah, once I got tired of the Facebook groups, I started using Twitter a little bit more for that stuff. But
yeah.
I don't use it for much beyond that.
Right. I don't know. I just never got into it. I got Instagram. That's about as close as I got.
I've become big on Twitter, or not big. Let me rephrase that. I have become a big user of Twitter. The last year and a half.
Yeah.
But I purposely do not talk politics on it at all.
Right. Right.
Because unlike Facebook, you talk politics and anybody can respond to it.
Right.
Well, anybody can see it.
Right, right.
Whereas on Facebook, I can set it to friends only, and I can have my little echo chamber, and I'm okay.
Right. Got it.
Yeah, I'm in the wrong state for my politics. Anyways.
Yeah, I just try to stay out of it altogether.
I don't blame you. I do not blame you.
Especially since I work for DOE. I get a lot of flack if I start saying stuff.
I was a contractor for the DoD for a while.
Did you? Were you?
Yep. And again, that's why Facebook, because I can lock it down.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I don't use my real name online to begin with.
Right.
So it helps.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I work for DOE, but I'm actually also contracted through DoD as well too. They have both here, and yeah, it's yeah.
My employer moved me here to embed me at one of the bases for a while.
Oh, okay.
And after I got done what they needed to get done, my employer at that time started flying me every Monday out to a different random military base and then back home every Thursday.
Oh wow.
And since I'm 6'6" standing, 6'9" actual.
Yeah.
My back issues on an airplane.
Oh yeah. Holy crap.
And then you throw in storm season, so now I'm worried about my wife here during tornado season while I'm somewhere else.
Right, right.
Yeah, I quit that job after a while.
Well, if you would have stayed in it, the COVID pretty much stopped all that too. So
yeah,
they're not doing any flying anywhere now.
No, it wouldn't have stopped it.
Oh really? Oh darn.
I was going into areas that some of the people that I would hand off the directions on how to do something.
Yeah.
They would go into a double secure room.
Right.
Do it, come back and say it didn't work. and then I would have to guess
Oh,
what
jeez.
didn't work because they could not. They legally, by the rules and regulations, they could not tell me.
Oh wow. So did you not have Q status? Did you just have L?
Yeah, I only had L.
Okay.
TSL. Yeah, I didn't have. I was getting ready to do the poly, but never did.
Yeah, I got my Q, and yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Believe it or not, they don't actually do the poly on the Q now.
Really?
Yeah, they stopped doing that.
When?
I don't know. I got mine 8 months ago, and I never went through it.
Oh, and see, this was over 3 years ago now.
Okay, all right. Yeah, but they stopped doing it. I was
Closer to
surprised.
5 years ago.
I was expecting it. I was waiting for it, and no, they just did an interview with a psychologist, and that was about it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
Well, the problem is you could have challenged it being a contractor.
Oh yeah.
Because as a contractor, you challenge the results of the poly, and because a poly doesn't hold up in court.
Oh, okay. That's probably why they got rid of it then. I don't know.
I do know that was causing issues with some people.
Right. Because some people are just generally stressed. So.
Yeah. Well, and again, that everybody thinks when you're doing the poly, you're trying to beat the machine. No, you're beating the proctor.
Right.
And some proctors are just. Marcel, do you allow cursing on your stream?
Fucking right.
Okay. Some of those proctors are just absolute fucking dickheads.
Yep. Yep. I'll agree with that.
I've witnessed more than a handful of them for what I was doing.
Oh geez, I bet.
And now I worked for a major craft company.
Oh cool.
Not for much longer if I can help it.
Yeah. That bad.
Company?
My hiring manager, the one who hired me, she's amazing.
Oh yeah.
But I got transferred to a different team because I showed a value in something that they didn't have anybody else who could do.
Oh, I see.
And the new manager was also new to the company.
Oh. Yeah.
And I can't. He lied to me. He flat out lied to my face.
Yeah.
Oh, if I ever have an issue with you, you'll know. And then I hear a couple months later from another coworker that he was in his office with the door open, bad-mouthing me to my previous manager.
Wow. Yeah, that's not right, and I wouldn't tolerate that either.
And when I called him out on it, he was like, "Oh, it's just me talking with another manager."
Uh-huh.
If it was bad enough for you to go to another manager to talk about, that means you had a problem and I didn't know.
Right.
That's a lie.
Yeah, that's not how you run a company. I'm sorry.
So, looking for a new job.
Yeah, good.
So, if you know anybody who needs a monitoring architect, somebody who does monitoring design and architecture, hi.
Okay. I will never find that here in Idaho. They don't even know what the hell that is.
Sadly, I know that. Sadly, I do know that's kind of true. Because when I was working at First Step Internet, and I wanted like, hey, let me, because I started at entry level tech support because I just needed a job.
Right.
And I'm like, I can build you guys a monitoring system. We can monitor all of this, and then we might actually be able to do proactive stuff rather than reactive.
Right.
Oh no, we've done it this way for years.
Okay. Yeah. Kind of running into that with my company too. I told them that I could set this up better on our monitoring system because that's what I do is I monitor the buildings.
Okay. See, I do the infrastructure more than the buildings, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and I talked to him about it. I'm like, dude, if you hooked it up like this instead of the way that you have it right now, we can actually see it in real time instead of your 10-second delay shit that's going on. And they're just like, no, this is the way we want to do it. I'm like, all right, whatever.
On one of the installations, on one of the installations, I actually created a monitoring system that utilizes machine learning, and I actually was able to get the workers at that time to properly codify issues as they happened.
Nice.
And after about 6 months, they started getting alerts for things before it broke.
Oh, wow. That'd be awesome. I would love that, because half the time I'm like one of the server rooms or one of the battery rooms just gets hotter than hell, and then by the time you get over there, it's like 90 degrees Celsius in there. It's like, oh my god!
And you've got hard drives trying to die. And
yeah, exactly.
Yep.
It's bad.
Whereas a proper monitoring system would have gone, hey, your crack unit's offline.
Yep, exactly. And we have a lot of liquid cooled systems too, so you got to have that. You know, the pumps sometimes go out, the cooling towers. Yeah, it gets bad sometimes.
So, Kit, how I describe my job is I create shit that watches other people's shit and then screams about it.
Yep.
And the problem is nobody cares about me watching their shit until something breaks.
Right. Why didn't we have this before? What?
Because you never told me you wanted it.
Exactly.
Actually, my current employer, why weren't we notified of this issue? Because I was never told who to notify.
Right.
What do you mean? Oh, I already created the monitor.
Yeah.
I created the monitors. I saw it happening. I even told somebody, hey, this is happening.
Yeah. I was just waiting for you guys to tell me to put it online.
Yup.
Yay.
Oh man, Groucho, I've been there too. I think the worst for me though is I worked myself out of the contract at Microsoft in my very early years of working in IT, because they said, hey, we need you to test these 4,000 reported bugs. It should take you all summer. I did it in 3 months.
Nice.
120-hour work weeks.
Wow.
And at that time, IT people still made overtime if they were hourly.
Right. Yep. Nice.
But, you know, after 3 months, there was no job, no more work. So I'd just come into work and inventory things or whatever else. And then they changed. It always happens to me. My hiring manager no longer was my manager. I had a different manager. And on that contract, that different manager was like, well, we never saw him. I badged in.
Yeah.
I went to the lab. I badged to get into the lab. I've been here.
Yeah.
And I sat in that lab, twiddling my thumbs and sending emails out every hour going, can somebody please give me something to do? There's nothing more for me to do in this lab. I've done it all.
That's crazy.
But from talking to my coworker, that's pretty much what Microsoft is. So,
yeah. But by the way, as a ex-Microsoft full-time employee, if you are a vendor / contractor at Microsoft, do not ever convert.
No.
You get much better benefits. Do not get me wrong. Microsoft benefits are amazing. I literally got paid to have medical insurance.
Right.
I'm not joking either. By having the Microsoft insurance, I got an extra $100 a pay period on my paycheck.
Yep.
But the review process, holy. And I was there when they did the whole changeover from the old Ballmer style to the new Sadkie style.
Oh, wow.
And it was worse. Nerk.
Wow.
Why am I ooh, yeah, no, that is an issue, Groucho. Electric Reliability Corporation. I vaguely remember working around that crap.
Yeah. What is that? Nuclear Energy Research?
Nope. North American Electrical Reliability Corporation. Okay. They are the people who basically, monitor to make sure that all the contracts and stuff are within specs and so on. Right. Yeah.
Gotcha. I worked with that vaguely because I was just an apprentice as an electrician. So.
I actually got a couple HVAC, like black pipe gas certifications and stuff. I was in Western Washington.
Okay.
That's the closest I've ever had to get to it.
Yeah.
Well, that and monitoring things like power switching relays.
Right.
For a data center that is 80% green energy.
Oh, wow.
Which means for the 20%, we had to make sure we were compliant.
Right.
For the grid tie.
Wow. Yeah, I know what you're talking about with Microsoft too. I worked for Dell for 4 years, and yeah.
Oh, I've heard Dell's even worse.
Oh yeah, it's pretty bad. And they tried to, Microsoft tried to recruit quite a few of us for a lot of their testing and stuff. Like I was in the middle of testing with Vista and part of Windows 7, just trying to implement it into the systems and stuff. And yeah, it's a pain in the ass. Again, though, Dell had really good benefits.
Yep. Yeah, we have one of the bigger Dell installations here in OKC.
Oh, do you? Oh, yeah. Actually, they wanted me to move there. I was like,
Yep.
No,
And the turnover rate at Dell is insane.
Yeah. It didn't used to be like that. And
well, I know what happened. EMC.
Oh, yeah.
Before I became an FTE at Microsoft, I was a sub to a sub to a sub to a sub to EMC, who was a sub to the prime at the FDIC.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And yeah, I was like, hey, EMC, here's my design. I had it ready 3 months ago. It's now been 6 months. Can you help me move to the lab? Because they're literally, I was told by my FDIC manager to sit in a room and twiddle my thumbs and get paid $75 an hour.
Jesus.
Literally.
That would drive me nuts.
My thumbs. Yeah, it did. It drove me insane. And then one day, 3 Microsoft full-time employees showed up for a different project. And one of them looked at me and went, I know you. Because I was a contractor off and on at Microsoft.
Right.
And he took my resume, and not long after that, I was an FTE at Microsoft.
Jesus. Oh, that's too funny.
Groucho, 25 plus years in IT.
Yep.
And a lot of luck.
Yeah.
I will admit, a lot of my work history is luck.
Yeah. It helps being in the bigger cities, bigger states, and stuff like that. Like that.
Yeah, I was in Western Washington for most of that, and then I went to DC.
Right. So that's the biggest complaint I have about Idaho is like, you're lucky if anybody even knows what a goddamn computer is here. I mean, there's some good people that know their stuff, but they're still probably 10 years behind.
Well, hell, they still teach code at some of the colleges out there.
I know. So it's pathetic.
I remember that back in the early 2000s, I was looking at what Pullman and Moscow offered for programming classes, and code on the list. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Like it's so bad. Like I've been looking for classes here at Idaho State University, and yeah, there's just nothing. They don't have anything. Like, dude, that's like 20 years ago. Why would I even want to learn that?
Yeah, my sister just started at Evergreen in Washington.
Oh yeah,
and she's apparently Evergreen, Western Washington Southern, has learned they need to be a little more up to date in what they teach for IT.
Right. Yep.
But they still have a full year course on Java.
Wow. Holy cow.
What the hell is to teach a year worth of Java?
Yeah, I was gonna say, how hard is it to copy and paste? I know it's not. It's a little more extensive than that, but still, seems like that's what most people are doing these days.
Now, Kit, you want to really sit and Groucho, you really want to sit back and go, how? I am a high school dropout. got my first job building an internet service provider out of a couple of Microsoft contractors' house because they wanted a way to justify having a pair of bonded T1s in 1995.
Jeez.
That was my first job.
Wow.
And that ISP is still running to this day.
Nice.
Again, as I said, I know my work history and how I got to where I am is a lot of luck.
Well, it sounds like you're doing good for yourself, though.
And since I've met my wife, except for this job I have now, she's done a very good job at making me continue to move forward.
Right.
In fact, she's actually who told me find a new job.
Well, good. She's on your side.
Oh yeah. Well, the problem is I bring that stress home.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm not good at letting go of it.
Yeah, don't do that.
And thanks to COVID and me working at home.
Yeah. Now it's at home all the time.
Mm-hmm. Well, but she also got to witness some of it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, when you see it in person, it's quite a bit different. Unfortunately, mine has to be in person, so I can't work from home.
Yeah.
So
now the thing.
Huh?
With what I was doing with Microsoft, it was the same thing because I can't. The things I'm working with are secure. So
right. Same here. I gotta be next to the server. I gotta be next to this.
Mm-hmm. Well, for me, it was I have to go through the 3 armed checkpoints to sit in a room with no electronic devices, just the paperwork that I printed out on my way in.
Yep.
And hand that off to somebody.
Right.
And then move out of those 2 rooms to go sit in an actual computer and do some other work.
Right.
And then get paid to go back through the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just to be told it didn't work or it did work.
Right. Yeah, I get to go into some of those rooms too. I hate you take out your cell phone, your vape, your flashlight, pretty much any electrical device. They're just like, no.
I actually purchased a 100% mechanical watch just because of that job.
Oh wow.
So that way I can at least have a timepiece on me.
Right. Yeah, I never even thought about that, but you're right. You'd have to.
Mm-hmm. And I had to have a timepiece, or otherwise I'd go insane.
Oh, yeah. Well, they got clocks everywhere where I'm at, but...
There weren't even clocks in one of the rooms.
Really?
No. What? No electronics passed through that room, period.
Yeah. Well, these were mechanical clocks still, but... Really? Mm-hmm. I know.
That was great. The first time they took me into one of the black rooms, I was like, I was there because it was a need-to-know situation. It was bad enough that they actually needed me to see something.
Right.
But I still couldn't really see it. What they did is the person I'm talking to tell them what to do is on one side of the monitor, so he's seeing everything. I'm on the other side of the monitor, so I can't see anything. Oh,
right. Yeah. See, and we have those one screens that have, like, you can't see it from the side at all. Like,
no, not at all.
Dead straight on it to even see anything on it at all.
If you have polarization on your glasses and you tilt your head, you can't see it.
Yeah, right. Yep. And yeah, but you'd love to see some of ours because it's cybersecurity. Is what it is. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. Bunch of teenage geeks in there with all their Star Wars figures all over their desks and stuff. It's pretty cool. Yeah. I like it.
I still remember designing one of the knocks.
Oh yeah?
And then having to sit back and ask them, so did it look like how I envisioned?
Yeah.
Because I never got to see it.
Right.
Never got to see it.
That's funny.
Oh man. And I do miss the job. I do miss doing that. But I have to move. If I'm going to do that again, I cannot live in this state because I don't want my wife going through tornado season without me here.
Oh yeah. That's one of the biggest reasons I didn't want to move there with Dell, because they offered me a shit ton of money to do it and everything else. And I was just like, no. I'll take your other severance package, which they paid for my associate's degree. So
Nice.
yeah.
I think I've been kicking around going to college. I did kind of go at one point. DeVry doesn't really count, but I still dropped out of that even because I ended up teaching one of the classes.
I enjoyed it. I did learn quite a bit. I took the
critical thinking classes.
Yes.
Love them. I love those classes.
I did the wind engineering class, so it was a lot of mechanical and electrical interfaces and stuff like that. It was really, really interesting. Fun. Yeah.
I actually want to go into biochem as very specific college.
Yeah.
Because it's biochem for brewing.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You could make some wicked awesome beer off of that.
The main focus is on cultivating your own mother, the yeast.
Oh yeah, okay.
And how the biochemistry of yeast works and how it interacts with different sugars and all that. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that'd be cool. Like alchemy for beer.
Yeah, I actually, it's been 3 years now. No, 2 years since I've actually gotten a full batch brewed. So that's my goal this year. Another goal is to actually get 2 or 3 batches of beer going. I'm supposed to get another stout going.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly. My wife's behind me. We got puppies coming. It'll be warm enough in that room.
Yeah.
I have 2 6-foot-tall cobalt metal cabinets that we use as a divider in one of the rooms, and that's what all my brewing stuff is in.
Nice. That's perfect. Well, that print's looking pretty good.
It is. And I love the fact that I can hear the fans and only every now and then hear the steppers.
Right. It is a lot quieter.
I'm trying to get my ping rod, so that's probably sounding the ping rod as well.
What?
The other printer I'm working on, you probably hear the steppers from that one.
Oh. From the one he's working on?
Oh.
Yeah, the King Run is working right now. It's supposed to start up again. Let's see here. I'm trying to get OBS working again so that I can do 2 cameras.
You create another camera source. You copy the camera source that you were just showing.
I just can't use OBS because it lags my computer down.
Oh, you're not on OBS?
I was in the beginning, but it lags my computer down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
and here, remember Kiko, the dog that turns its head upside down? Apparently it does it on command with the word demon. It's a dog that will literally turn its back on you and then stretch its neck all the way back so it can see you.
Wow.
It's one hell of a dog.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Is that a bad thing, or was it actually done?
That was the skirt.
That was the skirt.
Right, but I don't. Oh, okay. So it is a small print. Okay.
Yep.
Popping that off before letting it cool down. That's how you get a spar.
All this is basically support material.
Right, but there's people who are finding out that the Creality borosilicate plates are not all that good of high quality, and if you go to pull prints off, you risk pulling a piece of the glass with it.
Right.
Even with PLA?
Yeah,
even with PLA. There's a guy in one of the Creality groups today who just did it with a PLA print.
Wow. Holy shnikes.
Yeah, Adam, one of our friends that we stream with, he got a 3D printer and was doing ABS and popped it off while it was still hot like that and pulled off a big chunk of glass.
Yep.
Yeah, ABS is a sucker, man. That shit won't stick.
But he also did it again with PLA. I don't know if you knew that.
Wow, that's crazy, man. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, what I normally do when I print on glass, which I don't print on most of the time anymore, is when the print's done, I take the whole bed off the printer and then just wave it around a little bit.
Oh,
to
okay.
let it cool down, let the glass cool down some.
Then it just falls off, right?
9 times out of 10, yeah.
I usually wait till it's cooled way down, and it usually just comes right off like nothing. But I want to get it off right away for the stream, just so I can.
So those props that I have on my Octo, which are the same ones that are on the Tiny Hawk, someone is selling 5-inch versions of them on Facebook right now.
Oh wow!
I love these props. They are amazing.
Yeah, I actually use them on my 5-inch as well too. They do make one.
That came out real nice.
Yeah, it did.
Wish the camera would focus a little better, but no, that's nice, especially since that's the top.
Right? Yeah, you don't really see the lines in it or anything.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah, I would leave that printer alone for a while.
Yep. Now I'm curious if my board's going to do the same thing, or if it's even going to interact with the Octopi.
No, that's true. He's not running Octopi.
No, I know. That's the one reason why I haven't really done it yet. I haven't, because I got the same board as he does. I haven't done it because I've heard that the firmware that's actually on the board might not work with the Octopi. I mean, it won't be hard to figure out. It's just
I'm a little shocked at that, being it's a 32-bit board.
Right. Well, it's the interface, I guess, is what they were saying. I don't know. Like, I haven't tried it, so I guess I better just try it and see. And if it doesn't work, then I'll probably just go get that firmware from that one website. Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I'm too new at this. I do want to get another printer, but not sure what I want to get either.
Oh, wow. And there's a guy here who's actually having a problem with his Ender 3 V2. When he prints an Octopi, it prints 25% faster than what he's got configured in the slicer.
Really?
Same G code on an SD card prints correctly. In Octopi, it's printing 25% faster.
Wow.
And of course, suffering because it's printing that fast.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Huh. That's really interesting. Huh.
Trouble with USB connection, Ender 3 Pro V2. What's that board version again?
The one he just put
4.2.2, 4.2.6?
4.2.7.
7, that's right. Octopi won't connect to Creality 4.2.7 main board.
Yep. That's what I've heard.
Upgraded to a 4.27. Oh, I bet I know what's up.
What?
Hey, all having similar issue, blah, blah, blah. Found this thread, basically some question. You can read it for, come on, give me the rest of the answer for yourself as well. But the general consensus is that one was it was the cable.
Okay.
You have to basically you need to use a high quality cable.
Right. And the other thing that I remember,
and it has to be a quote data transfer cable.
Okay. This part I didn't understand. They're also saying that it was the interface of M0 command instead of M something else for a 32-bit.
Okay, that's a bad firmware then.
Okay. So yeah, that's. I never understood the M code part of it because I'm not really. I'm trying to learn. I got books here for it, but I'm just not there yet.
Oh, and apparently the default firmware won't enable the USB port unless you have an SD card in the board.
Right. Well, and that's how my old one is too. Like I have to have the SD card in there.
Up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found a whole thread on it on the octoprint site.
Okay.
Well, I guess the third cable is the charm. Yeah, multiple people saying all I did was try different cables until one started working.
Wow. Okay. I will try that out then.
Also, as an added protection, if you want, I would suggest putting a piece of electrical tape on the USB-A side to block the VCC plus pin.
Yeah, I do that. I do that.
Yeah, that was a huge difference when I was messing around with octoprint in particular.
AFK moment.
And the odd thing is when I switched over to Repetier server, I can, whether I have it plugged in that way or not, it doesn't matter. It works fine.
Huh.
And it should be, and that should be like an actual physical issue. It shouldn't be a software issue.
Right. Yeah, I didn't want to take a risk, so I did it right out of the gate. So
I need to go throw some expired vegetables into the woods for the animals.
Nice.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, and I probably better go cut up the rest of my elk.
Yeah, I was actually about to stop it now that this is tried and true, and now on to the second print. So
yeah.
Nice.
Thanks a lot, everybody, for dropping in and coming on to the stream and hanging out.
Yeah.
So I want to be like, what the hell happened? I went away.
Now I need one more printer or one more quiet board for my king room if I can find one for that.
There you go. Then you'll be all nice and silent, and then you can finally sleep, right?
Yeah, right? I will sleep. What does that mean? Anyway, thanks for coming in, everybody. I'm going to shut down the stream. You guys can hang out because I'm going to be here for a little bit longer, but it's watching. Thanks for coming in.
See ya.
Peace.